Check it out. Check it out now. Check it out. Check it out now. Check it out. Check it out now. Yo. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Tazo. And this is Conservative Cipher. We here every Saturday, 7 o'clock. Tune in. Check us out. My name is Sazo. This is the Conservative Cipher. Welcome to the Cipher. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you're enjoying your day. I hope you and your family is having a great Saturday. We are recording here live directly from NYC, New York. Okay. Once again, got a few guests with me. Who's in the room?
That's Tony.
No, you, bro.
Oh, what's his name? Joseph B. The B.
Those who loves in the building. Yes, indeed. How you feeling today, Joe?
Yo, I'm good, man.
That's a you. Right. It is a positive thing, man. Yes. Oh, I can't see. Let me see. One second. Trying to get it together, y'all. And if you're in the room, drop a comment. Who's that? Oh, everybody, hello. How you doing? Irma Zora from 24749. How you doing? Hey, Carl. What the F is this? Wow, Mind Your Business is a podcast. You slow or something? Well, look what he said. What the F is this? That's funny. Big up to you, Irma Namaro, 2749. Big up yourself. Emily J NYC. Big shout out to you. You're here with us on the Conservative Cipher. We're talking about politics, music, sports, everyday relationships, everyday relationships. You heard? All right, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And Josie, what's up with you? You said you have a good day so far, my bad. Oh, we got another good day on us now too. Welcome, my friend. And who's that? Who's this other voice?
Yeah. This AZ International. You can look at me and it's AZ International. I do a lot of things now.
Yes,
but
indeed.
We can talk about it a little later, bro.
Yes, indeed.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
No problem, my brother.
Appreciate
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you taking out your time out of your busy day. All right, I see we got another guest into the room. Be a participant in this great conversation. Hello, sir. You are.
Much time, man. All
right, Rashad, what's up, man? Let the people know a little bit about you. Who you are, where you from, what do you do?
Man, West Africa.
All right, that's what's up. That's a big place. What part of West Africa?
Like where to be nice.
LIB. Big soup and soup. You heard?
Yeah,
All right. And once again, all right, what do you do, my brother?
man, I got big motion going. That's right.
No problem. The young boy said he got motion. Rashad in the building. Joski love, man. Shout out where you from? Where you from?
ST.
Ooh, South Carolina. What part? Columbia, South Carolina. Yes, indeed, bitch. What's the love? All right. And what you doing? Let the people know a little bit about how you giving it up.
I'm doing my own thing, bro. Up there.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. And our third brother on the other side of the couch. What's up? What's your name again, brother? Introduce yourself to the
I'm going to go back to Island. Everybody got pretty more now. Yeah, I'm going to be like, I do my own thing. Yo, maybe
no doubt, no doubt. Where you from, my brother?
yo, listen, we're gonna get to that. Right now from New York. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's it. You gotta
I know
represent.
you can feel the accent and all that.
I feel it, man. Don't worry
I'm
about
from
it,
New York
man.
right now. It's a lot going on in the city. It's a lot going on in the country right now, man. Like New York.
That's what's up, my brother. Appreciate you taking out this time to be here with us, man.
Now,
You know what I mean? We're here live and direct from New York City. To be specific, Staten Island. All right. So this is the conservative cycle. So far, everybody's having a great day. Got a few topics to touch on today. You know, have a roundtable meeting discussion about the current events that's happening in our city, New York City. Talking about the mayor, Mamdani. Yes, that brother crazy. You know the name conservative life, so I'm assuming you know how I feel.
yeah, promises we don't keep. Yeah,
exactly.
That's all Mamdani.
Exactly. Remember when the bus was $2.25? Now it's $3 an arm. I thought the joke was gonna be free.
Yeah. Imagine that.
The train and the bus free. But then express bus. He's gonna make that free. You can just jump on the bus to Staten Island, end up in Midtown Manhattan for free.
Bus driver off the ridiculous crazy.
I'm like,
ain't paying.
You ain't paying? Shout out that bus driver, man. Shout out that bus driver for calling it like he is. Reminds me of Judge Mathis. He said, "You're a crackhead."
No filter.
Judge Mathis be realer than real deal holy. Hold on, let me close the front. Y'all I'll get it.
Yeah, we get ready to face to a real cold tomorrow.
Are ready for that snow?
No.
That snow is about to hit like Roberto Duran. Man, we
still got snow.
In the last snowstorm, still snow outside. We about to get more snow. What is this, Alaska? Man.
But I feel like the weather is not as crazy as it's been like 10 years ago, bro. Like I don't know if you guys live in the same shit like that was crazy.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So that storm that we held just had,
yeah,
that was not a storm. I mean, there's not a lot of shit that show out in prepared New York is or shit like that.
Unfortunately, right?
Unfortunately, that was really not a storm. I don't know how many years ago, but I'm sure I went crazier than that, for sure.
Yeah, remember Sandy?
Yeah, anyway. I ain't gonna lie, Sandy, I was in lockdown. That was for me my first corona, man. It was my first lockdown.
That was the real first corona, right?
That was real first.
Yo, Sandy, they had to remember you go down the beach by the water and the boat was on the street.
Fact. The
The
book
big
was-
tanker was on the street,
on the
bro,
street. Straight, yes, sir.
for months.
Months.
You know, they couldn't move it. Like,
Yeah.
big oil tanker was washed up on the street, bro.
Yeah.
Man, the water came all the way up to like past Bay Street. Man, they say the snow's gonna be, I don't know what they said the inches is supposed to be. 6 to 7? Rain? Oh, shit, man. Like, that last snow. Remember the snow and then the cold?
Yeah. When it's snow, like not cold, or like I'm always
Yeah.
afraid when it's not going out.
Like today, today, how warm it is. That means tomorrow's gonna be hell.
Tomorrow's gonna be.
Whenever it get warm like this in the winter, the next couple of days is gonna be real bad.
What I don't like about all the snow, walking the dog, and the dog shit in the snow when the snow melts, shit all over the
Oh, that's the
Oh
worst.
shit!
That's the worst.
Wow,
You know what I hate to
shit
see?
all over the place, bro. Trash and shit. That shit's crazy.
I hate to see the urine on the fresh white snow. It's like disgusting. I'm like,
No,
oh my goodness gracious, man.
oh yeah, it's very ass.
It
You gotta see what it is.
is. I mean, like, yo, right now, I think the cleanest out of the whole.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it got a lot of things. Go over there and,
Like you say, like China is probably one of the cleanest.
Cleanest boroughs, yeah.
Borough, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You get to, you go to Manhattan. Manhattan is dirty, bro. I don't care what anybody says. Manhattan is dirty. You go to the Bronx.
oh man,
Oh, there was.
like Yankee Stadium.
I don't even know.
Yo, the Bronx.
I ain't gonna lie.
Wow,
I try to live in the Bronx and shout out my people live in the Bronx.
Shout out the
Nothing-
Bronx.
Yeah,
man.
shout out the Bronx.
Nothing
Yeah.
against that. Nothing against that. But that shit is trash, man.
Everybody be talking all that crap about
Yeah.
Staten Island, bro. At least we got parking and we ain't dirty.
Shit.
Yo, you see the racks in Brooklyn? Oh my goodness gracious. Yo, the funny thing was when you see the train, they be like trying to steal a people. You see a rack carrying the whole people. I think that was Manhattan. That was Manhattan. But not from Manhattan. That's Brooklyn.
Hey, yo, you coming on the train, yo?
The rat take the train uptown. One of the funny things was, I seen the bird, right? The bird pigeon, walked on the train and took the train one stop, got over the next stop.
Oh, that's crazy.
The dude
I
said,
seen that.
"You could have flew." Lazy ass bird. It's a New York City pigeon, yo.
New York City pigeon.
Well, thank you once again for joining the Conservative Cipher. We're here taking the feeling, having some conversation, and recently some things has been in the news. Not news. Really. Oh well, yeah. Let's set it off with that, and y'all give me your input. Tell me what you think, man. Tell me what you think about this. And please pardon how the movement. This is new, so still trying to get acquainted. But yeah, we here. All right, so y'all take a look at this, man. What y'all think? And y'all can watch it here on the screen. What about your boy?
Tune of at least $12 billion. We did not arrive at this place by accident. This crisis.
So you gave up your husband.
Wait.
So you gave up your husband.
Oh man. Oh man.
New York City is facing a serious fiscal crisis. There is a massive fiscal deficit in our city's budget to the tune of at least $12 billion.
That's a lot.
We did not arrive at this place by accident. This crisis has a name and a chief architect. In the words of the Jackson 5, it's as easy as ABC. This is the Adams budget crisis. has sadly been hidden from them for far too long, which is that the prior mayoral administration has left us with a $12 billion fiscal deficit. And this is at a scale that's actually greater than what we saw here in New York City during the Great Recession. And it's something that is attributable to gross fiscal mismanagement, to a refusal to actually budget honestly and be direct with New Yorkers. And that's what we're going to actually do today.
Okay, so the big question is, assuming that that is the hole, how do you fix the hole?
I think the first way is you actually be honest about it. And the reason that that's important is what we saw in the last year from the mayoral administration was there was a recognition about the scale of this crisis, but instead of actually being direct with New Yorkers, it was trying to shift those costs out of view. We had cash assistance, for example, where we were budgeting only for about 50% of its cost on the books, keeping about 50% of its cost off the books. The second thing is about actually making the case for how we fix structural imbalances in this city. We're talking about a $12 billion deficit that is a result of not just the fiscal mismanagement, but also the decades-long effort of then Governor Cuomo to shift costs from the state to the city. So we need to change our relationship to the state. We also need to change our relationship to the wealthiest residents and most profitable corporations here in New York City.
Interesting. You didn't mention any of that when you were running. You were just telling us that everything was going to be free. Did you have nobody looking at the books trying to figure out how that might work for you? You know, it's interesting. New York City also, which has some of the highest taxes. If you live in New York City and you're a producer, you're paying New York state tax, you're paying New York City tax, you probably are paying all sorts of payroll taxes and everything else. You are taxed to the nth degree, I assume probably higher than anywhere else but Cali, but maybe New York City is even higher than that. So is the issue that New York City doesn't have enough income, that the city itself doesn't take enough from the people, or could it be that it's a giant slush fund, that you people spend too much, that there is incredible fraud, as we are finding out in Minnesota and LA, that everything, you guys never have enough money because nothing you do is effective. You have no competition when you do anything. So everything you do is designed to max the amount you take from the people and give to your buddies.
New York City is facing a serious
So my thing is, he was taking shots at former mayors, saying that the problem was accumulated back then. But we all know that Adams and Cuomo's and everybody was for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And now he getting mad because he can't get that money, or he want to get that money. He trying to find a way he can get it.
Adams said that he left the city with a balanced budget.
That's what he said.
That's what he said, right? So there's $12 billion that he said he needs. Where? You know what I mean? If the prior mayor said that there was no deficit, we're not under $12 billion. we had zero. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He left the budget balanced. So now Zohran Mondani, right, comes and said he needs $12 billion. Where you gonna get that money from? He said he's gonna tax the rich people. Come to find out, he's actually gonna tax us. If the governor, Kathy Hochul, doesn't choose to tax the rich people, he's gonna roll out taxes down to us.
Of course,
specifically.
always.
And the first thing he said he's gonna do, he's gonna raise property taxes. So this house is gonna go 10%. He's gonna raise property taxes 10%. So if your house is worth $200,000, just hypothetically, you're gonna pay an extra $2,000 a year. So that could break down to like what is 2,000 times divided by 12. If you're trying to break it down by months. Now, usually the houses are so expensive right now. You think about $500, $600, $700, $800,000 for a house right now. So you're paying an extra $8,000 a year in property taxes.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But something you supposedly own.
Facts, right?
Yeah.
And that's in New York City. Now, meanwhile, in Florida, they trying to get rid of property taxes completely. Come on now. Are you happy you voted for this guy? Who voted for who voted for Mamdani?
Not I, said the cat.
Not me.
Damn. Well, any of y'all viewers out there in the internet land, are you happy that you voted for Mamskani? The Ugandi Mamskani?
That's what I feel about shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really Mandani the main focus here, or it's like is the way New York City is being running?
A little bit of both. And,
Yeah.
I'll bring the mic a little bit closer.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. So
Yeah, what you say?
I say, is it Mandani really the focus here, or is the way New York City is spending their money? You know what I'm saying? It's because I the last time I checked, New York City is like that the highest budget ever. Like but I feel like we're spending more than we have revenue, and that's the big problem. So even if it's any mayor that come here and they want to run things as it used to be, it's always going to be a problem. That's why I think people voted for Mandani, because they don't want to go through the same narrative that's been in the past. That's the only reason that nigga is on that seat.
Yeah, a lot of people voted for him. He said that he was going to bring so much free things. He's going to stop rent. Like, come on, son, you going to stop rent?
Yeah.
You're going to stop. You're going to freeze the rent.
He was talking really good from the beginning. Man.
Very good, man. I mean, he was talking that talk. You're going to freeze rent. You're going to get paid for babysitting. Free buses, free trains.
Yeah.
That's what he was really campaigning on. As soon as he got in office, where he says, "Oh, we gotta, we have a deficit, and y'all gonna have to pay more taxes." He ain't say none of that before.
Yeah, he was trying to plug one leak and had a whole ocean behind it.
Period. The whole fish tank busted.
But
For the busted fish tank.
That's true. I think he literally, like, he bite a little more than he can chew.
Yeah,
I understand that. I understand that.
More.
So he got a big job. I mean, for me, for New York City, for saying what he's saying, is actually the biggest job right now in America, because he got a lot of things, deficit and all that shit. So, but at the end of the day, he just got the job. So y'all gotta chill. Like, the guy just got a job. Like,
I'm riding on that nigga for day one. I'm part of my person.
The guy just got a job. So, and then, I don't know. We gotta be honest ourselves, man.
All right.
Once you just started the job, although with experience and everything, like, I never started a job, although I have experience on a specific job already. So even starting, you still have to know the people. You still have to know how the people used to run that job, that specific job you before, and then before you change things. So I feel like people just jumping too fast in the gun and just like trying to judge this Mandani guy. I know what he says promising. Like, at the end of the day, let's give the guy a year or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You being already in the shit anyway. So this guy say all these promises and shit. So give him a year. Give him like 6 months or something. This guy hasn't been in the state for a long time. This guy just being mayor. He started being mayor, in January? Yeah, it's only February. Yeah, just all throwing rocks at him.
Of course,
But
yes.
I
He
disagree.
didn't say nothing about raising our property taxes.
I disagree.
All right. So if he would have said everything he's doing before we voted for him, or I didn't vote for him, before y'all voted for him, if he would have said that we're gonna raise property taxes, property taxes isn't just for homeowners. If you're renting, the building that you rent is owned by somebody. Yep. So his taxes is going to go up by 10%. And where do you think he's going to get that money from? The renters. And by how you going to get the money? He got to raise the rent.
Yeah, raise the rent.
So you think he's going to raise property taxes?
That's what he said.
That's what he's saying.
That's exactly what he's saying right now. He never said that before. So, like, come on, man. That's a foul. You raising the property taxes on people who everybody ain't rich. You said specifically that you was gonna raise the taxes on
the rich.
Right.
And when that has ever happened?
And like they not rich enough to move. You know what I mean? They just gonna sell their property. Like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna pay. Why I'm gonna pay an extra 2%? Which, and if you roll that out, if they making millions of dollars, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then their property is also going up 2%.
But
that's what I feel. Like, that's what I feel. Because go ahead, brother.
To me, his speech when he used free train and free bus ride, that was his moniker. That was his thing to get people to vote. The poor people they go in there.
Oh, yeah, that was his vote. That was the
tactics.
That was his tactic.
That was the tactic.
Just like Adams had his thing about stopping the crime and stuff. That was his thing. Everybody got something they got to use to get the people attention.
I understand that, right? Bro, but he's already on the seat, right? So for me, in my feeling, my true feeling about this shit,
Mhm.
I feel like right now it's not failing, and it's not proven either. The reason why it's not failing, not proven either, because it just got this. Your guy just got to
No,
chill on the
from-
brother.
all right,
So
in my-
that's my
okay.
intake on that. You know what I'm saying? It's not having being a mayor
Mhm.
for freaking 1 year for me to make that type of
Mhm.
settlement or judgment toward anything he's doing right now. So he's trying to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do what I just said. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm giving.
I understand.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
He's
I'm giving you
35 years old.
leeways. I'm
Like,
giving
why
that
would
nigga
you-
leeways and see, listen, this is what you're gonna do. This is what you say you're gonna do. XYZ. All right. For me, I would say anybody should be like, we give you 9 months. We give you 9 months to see if you actually move anything. Because you gotta remember, everybody think they can move a rock. They say, oh, this rock is 9 until you get to the rock. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if Mandani gonna move anything or not. But I think we just quick to judge. And then those people.
No, I'm not. It's not. I'm not
all
saying
right.
it's judgment. I'm
Right.
judging based upon what he's doing. First
Right.
thing he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was he been failing since day one? First thing he did,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
He chose to leave the homeless encampments on the streets, right? Leave the homeless people on the streets. Ask them if they want to be removed. If they say no, then you just leave them there, right?
Right.
The snowstorm hit.
Right.
Because of his policy, 16 people died.
Yeah.
16 homeless people who could have been removed off of the streets. I mean, that's a far stretch. I'm kind of reaching a little bit. I ain't gonna
Right.
say specifically,
Right.
but
Right.
they were all homeless people that died.
Right.
Yeah.
That should have been removed from where they was at and
Right.
told to go inside of the shelter
Right.
because that snow is coming.
So okay. So
And that
so,
was his policy
so
specifically.
So see, this is contribution to what the mayor's gonna do, right? Because
Mhm.
I think he's the mayor now. It's not like whatever we don't like. He's the mayor. He's gonna be a mayor until whatever his mandate.
Until we
finish.
recall his
Until-
ass.
Listen. I would not say it like that, So listen, he got to be a mayor. Not is the mayor now. Like, I don't want people to feel like this the guy is a mayor. That's the guy that's making decision. I feel like New York City do not have New York City do how to say that New York City do not have a money problem. We have a discipline problem. What you want
Spending problem.
what you,
People
exactly
spend,
that's come to
they
dis-
spend it and they not
it come
cutting
to-
anything.
It come to discipline. It
They,
come to
they
discipline.
spend it.
You just say 5 homeless people or 6 homeless people die. Why they die? Because it's not discipline.
No.
Nobody's
Not to say they're not disciplined. I'm
Right.
saying they
right.
they have mental issues, so on and so forth. But
not them specific. I'm
Mhm.
talking about the city. I'm
Oh.
talking about the way things being run. It's
Yeah.
no discipline. So once he get on top of that and then check everybody in every sector,
Mhm.
then I'm telling you, New York is going to be flourishing. And we just talk about
So-
how dirty New York is, right? Why is
Yeah.
that? Because if the people that run New York City are not disciplined, then the people that live in New York City not gonna be disciplined. It's for me, in my opinion, it should be a charge, and everybody throwing fucking papers on the fucking. I hate seeing that shit every day. And then you go to neighborhood that's like a little bit like people called trenches.
Mhm.
People
The
in the
hood.
trenches, the hood, and they
Mhm.
just throwing paper on the floor. It shouldn't
You're
be.
right.
It shouldn't be.
You're
you
right.
know?
They're right.
All right.
And we don't inflict. I mean, we don't enforce.
It's not
Littering,
enforced.
littering
It's not enforced.
in New York City. That's why
Exactly.
people just eat and throw their food on the floor.
Exactly.
Understandable, right?
Mhm.
So maybe that should be enforced. But if you you cut then you want to cut the police budget.
Mm-hmm.
So how you can't have it both ways. You can't say we don't want people to litter and it's not being enforced, and then the people who's enforcing it, you say you don't want to hire them. And you want to cut their
Okay,
money.
So why is it got to be a police job to check somebody throwing paper on the floor? I think the police should always be when things are important. Like, listen, I feel even domestic violence, police should not show that. It should be a case manager.
What?
I'm telling you, it should. Listen.
A social worker should show up to
It's certain
domestic
issue.
violence?
Okay, but
Wait,
maybe
let
I'm
me ask you-
removing.
No, wait, hold
let
on.
me
Wait,
remove what I just said.
Alan, hold on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Wait. Now, police shouldn't show up to domestic violence cases.
No, I remove
So-
that. I remove
okay,
that.
all
I'm
right.
just what I was just trying to say is
Mhm.
that police shouldn't be involved in things that is less like, you know, for me, the police is like the highest. Like, if you, let's say if I call the police right now,
Yeah.
you know, so it's the situation that we can resolve as people, without calling the police. The police will be the last resort. Like, somebody's getting hurt, somebody's dying, or some type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So why is it the police got to be involved in somebody smoking weed on the street? That doesn't make sense for me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why even they push that agenda and say, listen, we're going to legalize this shit, because it was a lot of brother in jail for smoking weed.
Yeah, I understand.
You
But
know
hold
what I'm
on,
saying?
Alan,
So
hold
the
on, hold on,
police
wait,
cannot control.
Alan, wait.
Go ahead.
I understand your point. Yeah, people should have common courtesy, common decency,
right?
You know, to you know, not litter. You know,
right?
In your own neighborhood on the floor, that's common courtesy, common decency, right? But then, you know, people do, right? Because there's no penalty, for it.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's no enforcement.
Exactly.
For
the enforcement should not be the police, because you got to be really careful the power you give in the person carrying the gun. A gun carrying the gun already changed your old psychology. People not talking about it. The police are acting the way they act because they're more afraid.
So what you go? All right, let's say you're a regular person, right?
Right.
You see somebody throw something on the ground, right?
Right.
You go to what you gonna say to them?
Okay, so this the thing. This is how I see.
Say what you gonna say.
Okay, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. You know, Evan, when it's come to, you know, we littering is something, right? So let's come to parking. Let's say somebody park his car or his truck in the wrong spot for a long period of time, you know, and then you don't have those police people to put a ticket on it. You know, as a bystander citizen, you can report that person and get a cash. You know, it's something.
So you're gonna be a rat.
That's the thing. I don't understand. I don't give a fuck about being like, listen, maybe if it's more rat out here, and say maybe if it's more rat out there, and people are gonna start acting right. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem. That's the problem.
Incentivization for the
it has to be. So I'm a rat because I'm trying to. I'm trying to make the city better. I'm trying to make the city clean. You shouldn't throw any fucking papers on the floor.
I understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. Wait, but I'm just saying.
Or somebody having the dog poop. Yeah, you should be reported and be fined by that. I'm not saying you should go to jail.
But eventually, right? You get one fine.
Right.
You get two fines.
You get 2 fines.
You get 5 fines.
5 fines. And the fine should go up. And then you listen. If you know
pay it.
If you know your finance,
wait. If you didn't know, you don't pay the fine.
You go to the collector. You affect your credit. We know. Listen, if you have people that out there that do not care about the credit, they don't care about it, then that's probably the people that you should have a credit in our program to actually have a.
So that's what you think. Create this program. That's spending. That's our tax money going to that.
Of course.
You see what I'm saying? So to avoid all of that,
right?
Put their ass in jail.
I think it's too
you throw
excessive.
trash on the floor.
I don't think
you're
so.
going straight to jail. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking about that. But
I don't think so.
But you know, but it got to be consequences for what you're saying. Is
fine is one of the consequences.
It's like
get fined.
The domestic violence.
I don't have to pay $50 to fucking throw papers on the floor. I'm taking an example. If you jump it, you know, you're not paying your fare to get an MTA. You know, you're gonna pay $75. I mean, maybe they raise the fare. You know, maybe I think it's $75 something. But it's this shit is $3, $2.90 or so, like $3 to go there. And then if I have to pay $75 just because come on, man. Fine works, man. It works at some point, but I don't think it's enforced. I don't think it's any discipline in New York City. I think they just give the power. I think what he said about defunding the police, I agree, man. Police is taking care of businesses that shouldn't be taken care of.
You're right.
You know,
you agree with defunding the police?
I agree.
You crazy,
100%.
bro. We don't have enough police in the city.
But
then when somebody set a lady on fire
100%.
in the train station, and you watch that, then you be like, you saying they should defund?
Okay. I'm not crazy. Okay, they defund the police to create the right type of people that could manage, that can handle that. That's what I'm saying.
Handle that?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
A lady's on fire. Wait, Alan, wait.
I just want to say something important.
Hold on. No, I understand.
Before you misunderstood what I said.
No, I don't misunderstand what you said. I heard what you said. You said you support them defunding the police.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you. Defund the police because you think it's a police job to go on the train and take people on train. I don't think it's a police job.
It is the police job.
The MTA
to patrol the police, patrol the train,
and the MTA doing it already. So MTA,
they're not armed.
Listen, MTA have people right now.
Yeah, MTA got police
by the door. Do you remember like when the emergency door?
Yeah,
so now they have people standing there. They can also hire the same fucking people to by train. It should be a security.
So
person.
That's the same thing. Like
every train should have a security person.
Police is police. Police is police. If you want to say MTA police
do have
or regular
armed guard
police,
security?
Yeah, they should be armed police.
Because I'm going to tell you what I think about the police. The police messed up a lot of things because I think the police was created for the really high cases. You know, when the police show up in some places and people like, why are they using this much? And it's like,
wait, sorry, Jacob says, Jacob M said millions ride the MTA. We need the police. For sure.
Well, listen,
big shout out for you, Jacob. You're right.
we need security. We need security in the police, but we need a person that has less power than police. The police coming with too much power in the less problem. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't bring the security.
All right, Alan.
Okay, Let me go this way. Let me go this way. So when it was like things, I don't know what city was going on to, but and then the president decided to deploy the army.
Yeah,
people think it was too excessive, right? Yeah, because the army going there for a specific job. For what? We coming there to fix things.
Yeah,
by any means necessary.
Yeah,
the police is the same way. So when the police show up at your door, they're not coming here to become street hurt.
They're not coming to my door.
Well, I said I'm just saying people understand what I'm trying to say. Anybody door. Let's say right now,
if they show up at the police show up at your door, it's for a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah, you a problem that you caused.
Exactly. So
if you live in a regular cool life, you ain't got to worry about police. But police are there to protect, serve.
I think they should just worry about serious problem than just like people throwing papers on the floor or people being just riding the train every day.
You can't complain about people. You can't complain about people throwing things on the floor, and then you want to say, they should. The police have too much power.
I think I want to hear about what police want to say about this shit. Like, if a police officer said we should worry about people throwing papers on the floor, I think it's that's not a police job for me. You know, we defund them, and then that money that you
just get it. What if we just rely on the AI to do everything?
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. Right. You're putting things on. People understand. Listen, we can hire other people more than the police, and it would take to defund the police first. That money was going to use to refund the police. We can hire other people that are quadruply trained to actually deal with that problem. I don't think if I'm a police officer, anytime I show up to your house, it should be I'm coming there with guns. I'm coming there prepared for some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Wait.
That's
all
the
right.
mindset.
Let's switch to another.
Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
I want to say one thing about
Go ahead, Joe.
I think in New York, the police are underpaid and working long hours, so they're not gonna really be worrying about what nobody throwing on the ground.
Yeah, hell no.
They're not gonna be worrying about that.
Hell no.
Them guys like, I'm working all day and I'm making this little bit of money. F that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. No. Like you think the people, the police are not getting paid enough?
They're not getting paid enough.
I think so too, man. Like, listen, it's to the point where we need super cops, bro. I'm telling you, we need super cops. Like, because you got to think about the streets is crazy out here. Is it not?
Yeah,
it is. It's crazy. Like, people do. You know what? I'm not even concerned about my safety, right? I'm concerned about my other people's safety, right? You can speak for yourself. Right, but your moms, your girl, your cousins, you know what I mean, the kids. I'm thinking about them. They need to be protected, and I got things to do. I can't protect everybody.
I don't think police job is respected enough. I think I'm actually speaking for them. Like, it's not respected enough. I don't think I know a little bit. Like I take an example in the kitchen, right? You don't expect, for me, when it comes to authority, and the police is one of honest, if you're a security guard and if you the police is like when the police get involved, it should be something serious.
Yeah,
it's like when you walk in a restaurant, you don't expect the fucking chef to wash the dishes.
No,
you know what I'm saying. So and then if you go have an hire, when people that know the kitchen, if you get an executive chef involved, it's something serious.
Yeah, but Al, I'm just saying this, right? The
Mhm.
police are not getting involved in nothing
They
that
get
don't
involved
deem
in
them
everything in New York
necessary.
City.
No.
Listen,
Let's be
Sazo,
honest.
maybe it changed right now, right?
Like what?
I'm going to tell you something.
What's
I'm going to tell you something. I
What's
leave.
something?
I leave. A long time ago, I used to leave by 135th Street
Mhm.
and Broadway.
Mhm.
You know, I used to go to City College. So and it was a park.
Mhm.
The park was a sign, and the sign washed out.
Mhm.
You know, that's why I talk about discipline. And I didn't see the sign be washed out. The sign was saying, you know, you cannot cross that part at 7 hours.
Okay.
And the gate is open. So I'm crossing the part because I want to shorten my trip.
Yeah.
So the police over there arrested me. For me, that's not a police
For cutting
job.
through the park?
It's not a job. To check me walking through the park like I was arrested, like I'm a criminal.
Mhm.
You know, this is a police.
That's wrong.
And that's what I'm saying.
I think that's wrong.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
Were you trespassing?
That's what they say. That's what they say. That's what they say. So for me, it should be a body there that's older than the police taking care of that type of business.
It should be security guard. I feel you.
Exactly. I was confused when I
understand.
said, "What's the sign saying that?"
And they locked you up?
They didn't lock me up,
But
but I
they-
say,
yeah.
but because I reasoned them, of course I resist arrest. I said, but I'm just like, why you guys are handcuffing me? You can just like hand me a ticket. But you think police gonna be at every single park hanging people?
No, that shouldn't
it's
be right.
ridiculous.
That's not right.
It's
You're right.
ridiculous.
I'm gonna give a point on that. Tapping Park at certain time they close the gate.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't walk
through.
across. Through.
Exactly.
You can't walk
Yeah.
through that, bro.
Yeah.
Just
So-
like the one up there by on Bay Street over there by
Exactly.
Oh,
If the gate is open,
Victory.
people walking in. So it's discipline. New York is not disciplined enough.
All right, I got one more clip. Let's watch this clip, and then y'all, you give me. This has been touching. We've been talking about this topic almost an hour. That's crazy. And y'all can. Bad. Hold on a second. Y'all can look on the screen. It's up here too. All right, this is something Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan recently made a comment about Mamdani. And then after that, we're going to get off politics. I promise y'all. I ain't going to drag.
Joe Rogan has some thoughts on Mamdani's spending plans, which reportedly include $1.2 billion for migrants coming to New York City.
Wow.
That's not crazy, son?
That's crazy.
But anyway.
He's a psychopath. Like, the amount for migrants is crazy. There should be $0 for illegal immigrants.
But
Zero.
I don't think you can have zero, because if they're going to be there,
Yo,
they're
what's
gonna
up with his
you have
face?
to feed them. You have to take.
Who
You
was that?
have to do something with them. Like literally, if you don't feed them, they're going to be robbing stores. They have to. Human beings need food. What are you going to do? You
Get them jobs.
How are you going to get a migrant a job?
Yo, listen to this, right? It reminded me of this joke. This dude said we should hire illegal aliens, right?
Yeah.
If they come across the border, to chase and capture PDFs. Pedophiles. Chase and capture pedophiles.
Yeah.
And if they capture enough, they get their citizenship.
Mhm.
And we should call it Alien versus Predator.
Yep, I seen that shit. Yo, that shit crazy.
Yo, Alan, that wasn't funny?
That was extremely funny, bro.
Yeah.
But this thing
Oh,
is-
go ahead.
so-
I know
so-
I know you're gonna have input on this.
Why you think Mandani should do an immigration?
Son, I mean, illegal. No, in my personal opinion, we need more people in the country because we only got 360 million. China has 1.3 billion.
Facts.
Right?
I like the way it going. I like the way.
So
it going, yeah.
we do need people to come.
Right.
We need people to immigrate. We need us to have more kids.
Right.
But you gotta come through the front door. You can't jump through the window.
I agree.
That's it. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
But
And it's,
what are we doing with the people that are already here?
are here?
Yeah.
They got to figure that out. They got to figure it out because I want, I know good people, man. I know good people who here, good people, real people who's participating in the system. I love
it's
them.
only, they're pointing at these people that are already here, but they never say they got here at the first place. You know what I'm saying? That means you do not have a great border policy. They're here. You know, so the government failed to talk about how the fuck they get here.
They jump over the window.
Exactly.
Right,
So
they jump over the border.
Okay, so
That's
they
not
jump
right.
over the border. So they jump over the border. So you're not gonna blame them for getting in, because at the end of the day, if you have something shiny, listen, America, we know how. Listen, I'm talking about as somebody that I was not born here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just like
we're not against immigration.
I know how shiny America was.
Yeah,
when I was where I were.
Exactly.
You know, now, okay. Listen, I know how shiny it was.
Yeah.
Although I didn't come here illegally, you know, but it was really attractive for me.
Of course.
Understand that people that are in a third world country, and when they see America the way it is, they're gonna be tempted.
Of course.
So at the end of the day, it's for you to make sure you secure what you got going on.
Exactly.
But if the people manage to get in, dude, you should figure the fuck out.
I should figure it out.
You should figure it out.
All right. So if I found you in my house, when I come to my door, don't get mad when I send you to the upper room. You know what I mean?
I agree. No, I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree. It's a really difficult situation because, like you said, we know good people.
We know good people.
We know
good
people that are not documented, but like at the end of the day, it's not because we are that we gotta. That's what the country wants now, us to point fingers at them. I don't feel like, you know. So I came here as an immigrant, so you know, it's not because now
it's not a problem with legal immigration. There's people coming to this country every day. There's planes that land here from international every day.
So, but what fault is that?
No, that's not a problem. If you flying in from another country, that's great. You come to visit, you want to stay, you want to live your life here, fine. But the problem is,
get to the front door.
To the back door. And I don't know who you are, you know what I mean? And I don't know who you are. And if you got a, what if you got a backpack of that fent?
Right. I agree.
One backpack can kill a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of the biggest situations that was happening. Coming across the border, people was bringing in all kind of stuff.
It's really
sex trafficking,
it's a really slim subject, you know. So and then you are 100% right, 100% right. You know, I don't feel like people that are also already here are also wrong, because and then I think like going after the good agenda was like going after the criminals was fantastic, because
that's what they're doing right now.
So,
like
and it's great. I think they should.
So you don't have no problem with ICE.
Listen, I have my, I have no problem.
What you laughing
at? Listen.
Say what's on your mind.
I have no problem. I have no problem at all with ICE. You know, the problem I have with them, right, is that they're not organized. You don't walk to everybody that have an accent talk about what's your paper. You have to.
No, that's not how they come in.
It's happening. I see online every day.
Not to say that. Listen,
I see online every day.
It's not specifically like they are very organized. They know
should
exactly
have the
what they're doing.
paperwork. They should know exactly what
They
they're
have
going
the warrants.
after.
They do.
Okay, so they should go after those people. No problem. I don't. You know, honestly, criminals, yeah, go after them. But I have videos, thousands of videos, where normal people was attacked. You're not going to say that's not
normal, regular people,
regular
Americans.
Yeah.
No. They not just go. They not listen. It is
okay. So I'm gonna take.
So all right. I'll say it like
by
this.
the ferry.
Let me say
by
this.
the ferry.
Let me say this.
Okay,
right?
Sazo.
Let me just say this.
Sazo,
wait.
Sazo.
Let me just.
I can tell you.
Alan, let me just say something.
Yo, I'm saying this before you.
Before
you say that. Before you say that, brother.
You see the levels be
Before you say that. Before you say that, brother. Before you say that, brother.
I'm about to cut your mic.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I was checked by the ferry. Right.
For what?
I was checked for my papers.
For your papers.
For my papers. I was.
You was at the ferry
going to work.
ICE came and got you.
No, they didn't get me. How they gonna get me? I'm American. Okay. I'm American. So at the end of the day, I got checked. I got questioned, and then along with other people. I was there with other people, and some people would check. So I was profiled. I didn't make that an issue because at the end of the day, I'm going to my destination. I don't care. I understand what they're trying to do. But why is it I was questioned either of American or not?
I mean,
I don't think it's okay.
Is something going on in the streets? But let me ask you this, right?
Right.
I think the primary situation is this is a sanctuary city, right?
Right.
And this being a sanctuary city caused the problem, because if the city was working with ICE, right, saying, listen, we have these people who need to go,
right,
right. These are the criminal, illegal people. Here, take these people. They're not doing that. You see what I'm saying? So now it makes them have to find these people. You see what I'm saying? Instead of knowing, like, listen, these people got warrants. All these, it's so many people in the city who have warrants, been arrested numerous times, 30, 40, 50 charges. Can you imagine one person getting arrested, a legal alien getting arrested 30, 40, 50 times, and the government not saying nothing, or the city not saying nothing to the government? That's crazy. You making us less safe by bringing now ICE agents got to go in every hole, places where they not necessarily need to go. They got to go there because the city is not working with them.
So, okay, this is my thing. So you think it's okay for them to just go there instead of, like, I think everything.
They have a warrant. It's not about it being okay.
I understand they have a warrant, right? Because say that you just say something that really catch my eyes, right? You say, New York City is a central city, and we should understand, and they're trying to cooperate with ICE, you know, and they're not communicating. So it's a communication problem.
Yeah.
You know, so but at the meantime, it's not because it's a lack of communication. It's like I feel like they have an agenda to rush things to the 4 year, because they probably know that when the president gonna change, this ICE shit gonna change too. Right?
Yeah.
So I feel like they have an agenda to force things, you know, sometimes go through negotiation. Say, listen, ICE can have a negotiator that say, listen, we're in New York City, we understand what you're trying to do, you know, but this is what you're saying. Negotiate
what though?
Negotiating to let New York understand that those criminals should be handled.
Why should we negotiate that,
bro? Because
I'm just saying why should it be negotiated? Isn't that more money being spent?
Because it should be a proper way to go about it. Because at the end of the day,
we're in a $12 billion deficit.
If they don't do that,
$12 billion on this situation.
If they don't do that,
that's what's happening.
If they don't do that, Sazo, ICE gonna come to your house and knock at your door and ask for your paper.
That's fine.
Okay, it's fine by you. It's not fine by every American.
It's not.
It's not fine by every American.
So wait, why can't the city just show them the people?
It's
why
fine.
can't
it's fine by me. They're knocking at my door. I have no problem.
But why can't the city show the people?
It's not fine by everybody else.
Why can't the city just show the people though?
That's what I'm saying. It should be a certain type of parlay between them.
Why is the city a sanctuary city? Well, why is the city protecting criminal illegals?
Then that's why the New Yorker can get involved. We can all write a petition, send it to the mayor.
We already did that.
Say, okay, so how many people? How many people?
Everybody say that because
New
York don't want
New York.
New York to be
New Yorkers are
city.
divided. Even New Yorkers are divided on the same subject.
Okay, so then you can't complain about them coming to your door.
That's just
you can't complain about them coming to your door.
So listen, it's not something that's just simple, like we wanted to believe it is. It's not that we don't have the.
Is that's simple.
We don't have all the same opinion, bro.
No, we don't have the same opinion. I'm just saying you can't complain about people knocking at your door. And then you complain about people knocking at your door, coming to your house. Why they not gonna come to your house?
I personally not complaining about it, but don't be mad when some people start complaining. So why are you knocking on my door for? You know what I'm saying?
You can't be mad at them. You gotta be mad at the city. Period. You got to be mad at the city, and it's costing us money.
And also, I'm going to say it and say to people, like, you know, when some those people knocking on your door, you don't have to open. People sometimes opening and shit. They don't have to. They don't have to. They don't have to talk. You plead the fifth. You don't have to do anything. Zero. Okay. Right. So I just want to say to people, before you complain, you open the door and start. You don't have to say nothing to them. You don't have to open nothing. And I say that you don't.
Who you looking for? All right, that's not me.
Period. That's it. Period. Go your way.
But yo, give us a few minutes. We're going to take a short break, but we will be back on a conservative cipher. So thank you for tuning in so far. We appreciate you taking out your time. We'll be right back shortly after the short break. All right, we back. We're back off a break, and we're back. We're back. Thank you for tuning in to the Conservative Cipher. I am your host, Tazo. Appreciate you for taking out your time, coming to visit and kick it with us. We love you being here. Thank you. Appreciate it. About to get into our next topic of conversation. As you can see earlier, it got kind of heated. Speaking on Zoran Mamdani and how he moving in these streets. Wow. I tell you this, man. People are regretting it. People are regretting it. Because, man, oh, man, our taxes are about to go up. You're about to spend more money. First, before another thing that happened, as soon as he got in office, he asked for a raise.
He must be talking to Mayor Adams.
Yes.
Mayor Adams taking all the vacations.
Mayor Adams was in a club, bro. He was in a club.
Dripped up.
Mayor Adams stayed in a club. And once again, we appreciate you for being here. You can always join the Cipher if you want to hit the link and join the conversation. So let me drop the link now to invite some people, invite some of our guests onto the show. Let's see. Yes.
Coming straight live from Killer Hill.
Ooh, yes, indeed. Don't forget, if you want to join this, I have dropped the link in the chat. You can go ahead and click that link to join in the conversation. We would love you here. Give your own input about some of these topics we're talking about. Next thing we're about to get into is the relationship situation. Give your input. You gotta have definitely. There's a lot of new music that dropped. I love it. Or whatever conversation about hip hop. I'm a connoisseur of hip hop.
I see one other day on Instagram and giving a shout out to Big L.
Oh man,
he's one of the greatest rapper ever out of Harlem.
Fact. That's indeed. That's indeed one of the greatest. Big L.
Big L.
Can't forget that legendary freestyle he did.
Ooh,
him and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. All right, now next we got the review. We got a video from the podcast, YouTube channel. Big shout out. He at the table. You guys can see it, right? Oh, let's take a look at this topic of conversation. Let me know what y'all feel about it. I didn't actually watch the clip.
Beam me up, Scotty.
But they're always great. So
okay, so this week's Ask.
Y'all can hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, what the heezy? Hold on 1 second.
I'm up there, big dog.
Yo.
Shoot.
Shout out to Boss Man, R.I.P. the Boss Man.
I'm about that big dog.
I'm about that big dog.
He said,
one boss man.
Snap.
He said, don't talk to me, talk to your girl.
Talk to me.
Who said that?
Talk to your girl. I'm about that big dog.
I'm up there.
Shoot. Yo.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. The summer was crazy, man. Amos used to say that all the time. I'm up there, big dog.
His name was AK-47, 47. Yeah.
Well, he from ATL, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're from ATL.
But I know that label was One Boss Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love them skits, bro. Those shit was funny.
Skits are too funny.
What happened?
His skits, One Boss Man. Remember, he ran up on a dude in the yard. Yo, you think I'm playing?
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
Bop, bop, that nigga.
Yeah, a whole bunch of skits.
Yo.
The one that he stole the bike.
Yeah, he stole.
That shit was crazy too.
Yo, shout out that dude, man. I love that jump, man.
He always biting his tongue.
Yeah. Yo, R.I.P.
Yeah. Can't believe he died.
Peace, my man. Yeah, man. That thing
Who
hurt me,
passed? Who was that?
The dude used to do the One Boss Man. Oh, I forgot. He had a name. I can't remember his name.
777 something.
747. Yeah,
747.
Yeah.
Oh, 747 Uncle something.
Oh yeah, 747. 47. Yeah, 747. Yeah.
When he used to, the dude who used to be like, "Stop playing with me."
Yeah.
That dude?
No.
He used to always be licking his lip.
He'd be biting his
sticking
lips
tongue
while he
out.
talking.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, okay. I got the clip. All right. That is funny. Oh, I thought y'all
Well,
said.
we still alive or?
Yeah, we still alive.
Oh.
All right. So here we go. All right. Got it. All right. Here it is.
And Gino?
Y'all can see, right?
Yeah.
All right. I thought you could, you know.
All right. Hi, Amanda. I'm 34 years old and a teacher earning about $60,000 a year. My boyfriend of 2 years earns roughly 3 times what I do. We recently decided to move in together, but before doing so, we sat down to discuss finances and how expenses would be divided. He believes we should split everything evenly, 50-50. I don't feel that's fair given the significant difference in our incomes. My suggestion was that he cover rent and utilities while I handle groceries, dining out, and other shared expenses. He disagrees. His reasoning is that we're both adults and that splitting things evenly avoids feelings of resentment or one person feeling like a burden. Up until now, money has never been an issue between us. We're both responsible with our spending. He usually pays when we go out to dinner and has always been generous with gifts for birthdays and anniversaries. We have a good relationship, have met each other's families, and have talked about marriage and the future. However, this disagreement has made me pause. I'm starting to wonder what happens down the line if we have children, especially if I become financially reliant on him for a period of time. Will this same mindset apply? Am I overthinking this, or is this a red flag? It doesn't sit right with me that someone who earns so much more expects an equal split without accounting for income differences. Should I be concerned?
Very, very. In the story.
That's crazy. Because okay.
All right, what do you think?
So
What do you think?
what
do you think?
You told me expensive. Oh, dine it out. Why you got to dine out? Just buy some food and cook in the house. I can see you go out every now and then, but you got to split it. Oh, baby, I'm gonna give you this on the light bill this month, and you give me this on the light bill this month. Or we do this on the thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta have a system,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not just because he's making 3 times more. You said he making 60,000, so 60 times 3 is 180,000, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, just because he making that thing, you think he supposed to spend most of his money that he make,
right,
to take care of you, and you talking about you gonna buy groceries and all this? Yeah, ain't dining out.
Black
What you
or
doing? You
dark.
couldn't.
Better late than never.
Yo.
Oh, wait, hold on. Joe, we gonna bring it back. We got a new guest. Wait, hold on.
What up, Block?
Hold on one
Joe.
second, y'all.
I did some bets, man. My fan doing looking too good. I gotta call you, bro.
What's good, yo? We got a new brother in the building, new guest. What's up, bro? What's your name?
I'm Black Dawn.
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
And where you from and what you do, man?
Hey, man, I do everything.
A little dibble and dabble.
A little dibble and dabble.
Yeah.
Say less.
But to
say
be
less,
honest
my
with you, I'm
brother.
the biggest Chris fan in Staten
Shout out out to my grease bandits.
Yeah, you go be in any restaurant in Staten Island, you will see my name.
Shout out to the bandits, it's the grease banditos.
Oh, I'll be seeing them bids. That's all the
Yo, you see my name.
I be
right?
checking bins too.
You go to the mall, it's my name.
Yeah.
I still be checking bins.
Right?
We got the good grease.
Jamaica Hospital.
Yes,
We got the
indeedy.
good grease over
Yo,
there.
you know I
We
see.
got Jamaica Hospital, Kings County.
Yes, indeedy.
Hey, yo, Saz.
That's a
I heard an
fact.
interesting fact about Jamaica, Queens.
What's that?
It was originally Jamaica,
You know,
meaning beaver.
For real?
yeah.
Yeah,
Jamaica.
Jamaica.
But she was somewhere the country, right? Or Jamaica.
They wasn't talking. They were talking about Jamaica,
Queens or the country?
I think it was
No,
the country, the name.
no. Jamaica, Queens, New York. They were talking about how they got the name.
Oh,
Because
how the name came about.
You remember Jamaica High School?
You right?
Yeah.
In there, it closed down. I think it closed down like 2014.
Mm-hmm.
But it had like, I don't think it had that many students there. But it was like somebody misspelled the name, missaid it, and they just came up with Jamaica when it said Yameka.
But that's what the original was.
Yeah, YAMECO.
Oh, okay, very interesting.
Mm.
Joski Love,
Yeah.
shout out to you.
Yeah,
Hitting us with the FedEx.
You learn something new every day.
Blackadon, adjust your mic. You gotta bring your mic closer. Yeah. All right. So thank you for tuning in to the Conservative Cipher. My name is Sazo. We're here with our guests, chilling, family, friends, vibing out. The link is in the description. Well, actually, the link is in the comments. If you want to join the conversation, you can definitely hit the link up and get on screen and have some PC in the conversation if you want to talk.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next we're getting into our next segment of the show. A little bit of relationship situations. We're gonna review this video and we're gonna talk about it. So let me know what y'all think. All right. Hold on one second, y'all. Yo, could y'all tell Alan to tune himself down a little bit? All right. Yeah, here's the video. And let me know what y'all feel about this topic. All right, here we go.
Ask Amanda. All right. Hi, Amanda. I'm 34 years old and a teacher earning about $60,000 a year. My boyfriend of 2 years earns roughly 3 times what I do.
Mm-hmm.
We recently decided to move in together, but before doing so, we sat down to discuss finances and how expenses would be divided.
Mm-hmm.
He believes we should split everything evenly, 50-50. I don't feel that's fair given the
what you said?
Would be divided.
Mm-hmm.
He believes we should split everything evenly, 50-50. I don't feel that's fair given the significant difference in our incomes. My suggestion was that he cover rent and utilities while I handle groceries, dining out, and other shared expenses. He disagrees. His reasoning is that we're both adults and that splitting things evenly avoids feelings of resentment or one person feeling like a burden. Up until now, money has never been an issue between us. We're both responsible with our spending. He usually pays when we go out to dinner and has always been generous with gifts for birthdays and anniversaries. We have a good relationship, have met each other's families, and have talked about marriage and the future. However, this disagreement has made me pause. I'm starting to wonder what happens down the line if we have children, especially if I become financially reliant on him for a period of time. Will this same mindset apply? Am I overthinking this, or is this a red flag? It doesn't sit right with me that someone who earns so much more expects an equal split without accounting for income differences. Should I be concerned?
Very, very.
Yes. Yeah. Before you get into their reaction, what y'all think? Or let's go around the room. Let's go around the room.
So,
Joski Love,
can I
just
ask you a
spark it
question?
off. Start it off.
She want him to spend, if my math right, I don't know if my math right or what, I don't know. So that's like 30% of his money she want him to spend?
I mean, if it's 50-50, I'm not.
No,
we can't say the percentage
no,
of his
I'm
income.
talking about the difference in income.
Oh yeah, she makes 30% of what he makes.
Yes, right.
So, but he said that they should spend the bills in the house. Everything should go 50-50.
No, that's not 50-50 because she's telling him to take care of the rent.
Yeah, that's what she's
and
saying.
The utilities.
She's saying that. She's saying no, 50-50 is not fair because I make 60, you make 180. That's why you can't tell bitches what you make.
Exactly.
Hey, man, I'm gonna use me as an example.
Go ahead. All right, cool.
I don't think a man should go 50-50 with a woman regardless of her situation.
Yeah, that's what I
For real?
too.
Because to be honest with you, in my house,
Okay.
I put out 100%.
100%.
I don't care how much my woman put it. It's not about my woman at that point in the game. Once you pick a woman, bro,
that's your responsibility.
Men take it off.
Yeah,
everything.
Family.
That's all.
Family. Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
He making 180.
Yeah, he making 180.
And how much she making?
60.
And you want to go half?
Yeah.
Disagree.
Okay. All right. So, Rashad, what you think?
I don't believe in that 50-50 thing, man.
You don't believe in 50-50 neither?
Nah, I don't.
I don't believe in that shit.
As a man, I just gotta handle my responsibility.
I'm with you on that play.
That's it, man. I just gotta handle what I gotta handle.
If things got to be done in the house, you gonna do it anyway. Regardless.
Okay.
You were doing it before
let me ask you a
met
question.
her.
Right.
What? Because I think 50-50. Well, let me say my personal opinion. I think 50-50 is fine. What if you make less money than she does?
Then it's not 50-50.
No.
Then she keeps her money. She keeps her money, and you pay for everything.
Yeah.
She keeps all her money, and you pay for everything.
Wow.
I ain't never asked. I've been with my woman for 50 years. I ain't never asked her how much money she make, bro.
You never ask your woman how much money she made.
No. Because her money don't matter.
All right.
Money.
One.
Money.
All right. Let me ask you a question. What if you dating, right?
Okay.
Right
now,
is it different? Because they dating.
Now the level,
They're
the playing field is different.
They're dating. They're dating.
Okay.
They're dating.
That's a different.
They're
that's a different
dating.
situation.
Right?
Yeah. That's the whole. That's
So I'm saying,
you watching it live? Could y'all mute that?
I'm saying we dating, we living together. We live together.
If you're dating, but you live together. You're dating.
I still think a man got to carry 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Even if she making more than you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, go. Hold up.
The one word that pop in my mind is PAUPER.
What's that?
Pauper. That's how
Pauper?
you be living. Pauper. That's how you be living. She gonna be living good.
Yeah, that's our only job.
Oh
no. Nah. You still gotta level up. You still got to level up and take things to the next level. So basically, it's only dependent on your finances, right?
Yeah.
The whole household is dependent on your finances. Just say you dating, you making $60,000 a year.
Yeah.
You taking care of her 100%,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
She making $180,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
How's that fair?
What's she doing her money?
That's what I'm trying. Because when it comes to men and women, they don't have to be fair. It's just a man's responsibility.
We understand that.
That's the foundation.
That's the foundation.
Listen, America is the only place where we have that kind of conversation. Women in America, they got education. They're modern women.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they want to go in the workplace, but naturally they're supposed to stay home and take care of the kids and do it.
But they don't do. That's what I'm.
So we're not living in that time.
Okay, we talk about the nowadays.
In my house.
Rashad, that's what you're gonna do.
And
for
bring
it?
100%.
Nigga, I lived that life
in your house.
And when I speak, everybody listen.
When you speak, everybody listen.
He's speaking.
So it's wait. Is it? Do you get this authority because of your money?
Yeah.
What if you fall in a situation where you can't spend it? Where you ain't got it to spend it?
That's what I'm saying. You got it. It depends on the woman you're with.
Definitely, it depends on the woman you're with.
If that woman know that you was a go-getter, you've been there for her, and you've been doing that.
Yes,
she gonna ride with you.
100%. I believe that. 100% that a man's job is to provide.
I can believe that.
100%.
Amen.
It depends on who you got,
but not for who you dating. Not for who you dating.
Not for you.
For your wife, I can understand it.
I mean, leads to marriage.
It should lead to marriage. You're right. You know what? I can't even front. Like, listen, if that works for your household, that you can make less and you spend 100% and she does what she does, completely understandable. I think, me personally, that 50-50, right? Is fine because you both working, you both have an income, right? With your money, what you choose to do with your money after the 50-50 is to take care of your wife. That's another thing. But for you to pay 100% of all expenses in the economy that we live in today, the world that we live in today, and 100% of her expenses, you gotta think about it. Most people don't make 100,000, not even 100 bands. And then you talk about a woman nowadays, the type of lifestyle she want to live. It's gonna force you to do some things, right? If let's say New York City, because that's where we at, right? You spend 100%. He's just saying, listen, we go half on everything. Not to say I'm not gonna take care of you, but
sometimes
you gotta pay like how you weigh, bitch. All right, sorry. Part of my.
What I'm trying to say, man. I came from humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the ultimate when a man reaches peak, his apex, is when he take care of
his family, his responsibility. 100% agree with you, Black.
That's
100%. 100%.
Let me ask you.
I'll give 100% of myself to my woman as well.
Let me ask you a question. Could you be in a car and your woman drive over 75 miles an hour?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Why not?
No.
Why wouldn't I?
I ain't doing that, bro.
Hell no.
Why? Well, how fast you supposed to drive?
She's not even touching the steering.
She got to drive.
If I'm in the car, I'm driving.
She's
not touching the steering.
It's a difference. It's a difference.
Ain't no way I'm letting
a woman money is not equal to a man's money. You know what I'm saying? I don't get. I'm most satisfied when I'm providing 100%, when everybody's good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's what I'm.
You're right about that, brother. 100%. You're right.
50-50. And I'm on something like I'm gonna do the Lulu Lila.
Yeah. Go ahead. Speak with the mic.
50-50 some broke niggas, man.
Talk that shit.
That's my opinion.
But hey, yo, Sass, I'm gonna say this right here. In the words of Denzel Washington, he said, when you pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too, nigga.
Say that again. What you say?
What Denzel said, when you pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too.
That's a real one for that. Yo, no, I completely understand, and you're right. I would love to provide 100%, right? But I can't. I ain't got it. Right? That's first and foremost.
But I'm gonna say this right here. It's like I be in the house. I clean, I cook, I wash it. I do shit like that. And I know I need certain things in the house. Like I need to get some shit to clean the wall, I get shit to do the floor, this and this. I do more, and I had to give more money to her for the certain things. You know what I'm saying? The thing that you're supposed to do. I can understand that.
Sad,
if you gotta, the things you're supposed to do. The kid need clothes, you need shoes. You gonna go above and beyond because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
You can't let that up to a woman because you tell her to do something and then she come out and you say, "Yo, did you do that?" And you be like,
already
"What the fuck you talking about?"
50-50. You're not 50-50.
No, I'm not 50-50.
No, but we talk about I think we get kind of.
But you understand what I'm saying, Block?
We get it off the center of the conversation.
Okay.
We talking about just the bills in the house. We're not talking about gifts and everything like that.
No, we ain't talking about that neither.
I'm talking about what this conversation is about. Like what the girl said specifically. She said the bills in the house.
Oh,
if you make
she gonna come up to me and tell me that.
Yeah, if you make it, if she said that since a man is making 180,000,
and she will come up to me and tell me that
she making 60,000, right? He should pay all of the bills, and she's just gonna pay for like going out and buy some groceries.
That's why they would never get ahead.
I think that's fair.
That's why they would never get ahead.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean,
listen,
I would
because
do it
to me-
if I
to
had
me-
that. If
to me,
I would do it. I would do
in
it
the,
personally.
in the modern world,
Mhm.
in the modern world,
Says
we giving the women the responsibilities. That's why they acting the way they act.
But they wanted it.
It's not what they want.
But that's what it is. Today.
No, that's not what it is. No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. That's what it is
It's
today.
always been men provide and women take care.
If
That's how it's- that's how
somebody
it
in the
been,
comments,
always been.
Jacob said, "Nah, what value do you bring as a man if she got to go 50-50?" What you think?
You probably bring companionship.
Yeah, it's more. I think it's more value that you bring. It's not just financial value.
And to be
The
honest,
man always been the breadwinner.
Yeah,
in the
because
crib.
you gotta. Well, let me ask you this: who gonna die for you? Right? If you know that woman, I'ma die for my woman.
Right.
I would. I'm
And
when a
when a
bump at night, I go
and-
grab my stuff
I can
and I'm
say-
doing my thing.
I think your woman will die for you too.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. But
That's a
that's what I'm
fact.
saying. But
That's
I'm
a
saying,
fact.
We can't put too much of responsibility on a woman when it comes to money and stuff, bro. Once you give them that responsibility, bro, you lose. To me, when you give them that responsibility, to me, you're making a woman become a man. She become masculine to me.
When you give her,
when you tell her she gotta go to work and pay.
nah,
bills,
I really,
no.
I understand that respectfully. All right, let's hear what their response was, and you know, what I mean, we could get in. Let's get into that a little bit.
The story next. Break up with him,
always
girl.
make it seem so simple.
Break up.
All right.
Without accounting for income differences. Should I be concerned?
Very. End of story. Next. Break up with him,
always
girl.
make it seem so simple.
Break up with him, girl.
It is that simple though. Just like she asked you, she should ask him, okay, well,
She should ask him just like she asked you.
like what happens if I end up pregnant and now I have to rely on you? What happens in that situation and get that answer? Now, if he comes with a wrong answer, then
She have to give her half.
that's, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, your homeboy.
That's crazy.
Yo, fam, you are foul for that.
That's crazy.
If she makes 3 times less than him,
Yeah.
He makes 180.
that's messed up.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
She's a teacher, you said.
Yeah.
Teachers make shit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Teachers make shit.
He should take on more of the law. And I'm gonna be honest, men shouldn't have to, and it shouldn't be demanded. When you're in love and you're building family as a
Natural.
man, you want to go ahead
Yeah, it's natural.
and make sure that your woman's not struggling and just
Exactly.
like it's
That's a fact.
it's kind of whack.
That's a fact.
I ain't gonna lie.
Can we talk about
I'm sorry, I can't say it's whack that if they just go half on the bills, right? It's just half on the bills.
Half on the bills is never.
Let me
that was
let me
never
get
the-
on this. Let me interject.
Wait, hold
The
on.
reality-
First of all, introduce yourself.
My name is Jay. You know what I mean? That's what we're
And,
gonna
and
do.
what you do, where you from?
I'm from Brooklyn and SI, man. What I do, I'm a therapist that specializes in diagnosing and treating psychological disorders and also substance use disorders.
You got a real one.
Correct.
We got a real one in the
And I'm
building.
glad to be here and shed
We
some light
appreciate you being
for my
here.
brothers, right?
We appreciate you being
Now-
here. Much love to my brother.
Absolutely, brother.
Jay in the
And-
building.
and we're gonna go watch this motherfucking fight after this. Let's see Ryan Garcia get his head beat in.
Ryan Garcia fighting tonight?
Yeah, it's a title fight tonight. All right, so no, look. All right, so
Go
listen to
ahead.
this. Me personally, I look at it from the perspective of if you make a relationship transactional, then that's how the person of is going to treat you. It shouldn't matter whether or not a man make 180,000, she makes 60,000. If I'm 100% in with you, you 100% in with me, and if I take that half of your money and I take the other half and I put the other half to the other bills and I take the other half and invest it, that's going to us. But
Period.
if you looking to separate this, to separate that, a lot of women have that mentality is because they're looking for benefactors and they trying to basically get a leg up on traditional value men that have those values as a traditional, but they're modern women. So they want a traditional man to come in their life to provide for them, do everything like a traditional man does, but they're not traditional women. So the reality is you got to learn what type of woman you got.
True.
Right? So you can't espouse one type of thing because it's beneficial, but then reject the other. If you in it, You in it, we in it, we 100%. I agree. All my brothers here, we want to provide for our women in our life.
That's a fact.
That goes without saying. We stand up men. But the reality is a lot of the times these women today, they look at you if you try to take care of them. Look at the language that they use. They was like, "Oh, that niggas is tricks." You know what I mean? But the thing is they'll call a man a trick, but they don't. None of them call themselves hoes. This is like, come on, what are we talking about, man? This is lunacy. So I would tell any man, and I got a son that's 20 years old, you got to build yourself before you go and you try to build a woman. Because at the end of the day, a woman with bread, if she made that 180,000, she would never go get a nigga that make 60,000. Never. So don't trick yourself out of position and want to build the broad up, and when she leave with half of your pension, half of your bank accounts, half of everything, and then you was trying to be a good man, but in this day and age, a lot of good niggas finish last, man. You know, that's my little 2 cents, man.
Came in the building slant dunking on these.
It's the truth. You know what I mean? And we listen, by the grace of God, like, because we all believe in a higher power in this room, I believe. Like, listen,
Amen.
God put us to be the head of our household, but God also calls us to be wise, use wisdom. You know what I mean? And a lot of the times, dudes choose women based off of their bodies, not their soul, their mind state, and then they get to learn this, that the woman's mindset after she's already impregnated. It's over at that point. You in debt for child support. Your kid is gonna be a kid for the rest of your life, so you always gonna give her bread. Like, it don't stop when they turn 18. Like, oh, you 18, you don't know. They always gonna come for bread and guidance. Hopefully, you know what I mean, if you actively involved in your child's life. But the thing is I hate when I see these type of videos, because it pushes the modern agenda and they try to mask it with a traditional slant. No, a lot of these broads is what they are, man.
So, size. I just want to ask this.
Wait.
Yeah,
Hold
go
on.
ahead.
Hold on, you ain't no mic. You know mic. Hold on. Go ahead.
Yo, I just want to ask this though. I know the subject here is like, you know, the man is making a 180. I just want to give my shout out to the real lady out there, because it's some of them, right? So and I hope probably they're gonna
shout out the real ladies out there.
the real one. So I just want to. What about if it's the way around, like, you know, and then the good lady, the lady that we want.
That's what I want.
They're making a 100. She making more than, she make 3 times what the man doing, right? What I would think she should act in the same set.
Yeah, what do you think?
And the man is making 60,000 and she's making 180.
Yeah. She's never gonna give you the opportunity to.
What
Women,
no, but
I'm gonna keep it a buck, right?
Yeah.
Us as men, it's hard for us to date a woman that doesn't do sexually the things that the last broad did, that was basically a freak. Put it mildly, right?
Right.
A woman is gonna have a hard time once she dated a dude that is rich or affluent, and then go back to a regular dude. That's their Achilles heel.
Right.
And the reality to it is that's ultimately a lot of the times why they trade the 80 for the 20. They'll meet a guy with the 80. He got the morals, he got the values, he got the integrity. He's all about her. But you see the videos of the women that's online. But then that same woman that a dude is pouring his resources into and everything into, another dude coming on do none of that and be smashing the life out of her.
And call it monkey branch.
And the reality to it is it's not about the physicality. What I'm saying is it's something in the modern women today, or women in general. They like you for based upon what you could be, or they see you where you could be versus where you're at. And this is how they trick themselves out of position.
Right. So, you know, I don't know. I think it's just like everything you say is right. It's great. But I have to disagree a little bit, because in my time, you know, in my lifetime, I met women that do everything for a nigga that we know is a bump. And every all
you
of
proving
us,
my point.
But all of us
you
here,
proving my point.
But the women.
Wait, hold up. Hold up, y'all. One second, y'all. Wait, 1 second. Hold up. before we start divulging too deep in this conversation.
Right.
Like a dog. I see you over there, Mac.
I mean,
wait, hold on, no, wait. I want us to see the eight at the table reaction. How did they react to this, and see what they got to say, and then we can go further.
Dating someone that is like financially on the same level as you,
it's easier.
It is way easier.
I don't like it.
What?
I'm just saying. I don't like it. I personally don't. I'm just speaking from my.
You see what I mean?
See what I'm
You
saying?
see what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
horrible.
You like that's crazy that money don't have nothing to do with love.
It doesn't. But you want to know something?
I disagree.
A lot of times.
I disagree.
But wait,
you know what?
sorry,
Hold
go
on.
ahead. Wait, hold on. Let's finish. Let's go.
I feel like men will have a better not understanding, but they would probably be more for that.
And don't forget, the link is in the comments on YouTube. You can hit the link if you want to join the conversation with us. And we definitely want viewers to join and give your input too as well. Thank you.
Because obviously women who want men to pay for
Men accept that all the time.
Yeah, because it's easier for their relationship, especially if a man wants to be in a relationship where he does want to pay 50-50, then it's easier to do that when a woman is making just as much or close enough to what he's making.
I don't want to speak for all men, but the men that I speak to who are actually men, because every man ain't,
they're males.
Masculine or like have that.
Males and
I'm sorry, but that's an effeminate. That's an effeminate way of thinking. A man isn't a man if he can't spend.
No. I understood what a brother man. What a brother man is like ourselves. We had to define what is a true woman, what is a true man. I think it's too strong about like what you just say. It's just say traditionally. You got to define what is a traditional woman.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
listen. Let me just say this one thing, Saz. Listen to this though.
Go ahead.
They put in the characteristics or what makes a man based off of the characteristics of a traditional man, right? But I guarantee you, if you flip it around and say what makes a woman, if she could cook, or she got to wash clothes, or she got to have kids, she'll say, why are you making me seem like I got to do this or I got to do it? They hit you with that woke.
Traditional women don't do that.
They hit you with that. I'm an independent woman. Frame of reference. So I'm looking at it like, give them the same thing, and I guarantee you will get a lot more. These men in this video, they would get a lot more pushback for the woman that's on their panel. Like, what you mean? I gotta take care of if I'm not a woman, if I don't bear children. Well, traditionally, that's what women did. That was your job. You brought forth life, right? And if you didn't bring forth life, it was sort of like a stigma. Like, what's wrong with her?
Yeah.
Now it's like flipped over. So it's okay to say, well, if a man is not, being a stand-up man and he's not paying for everything, he's not a man. Yo, listen, that's for me, and especially I'm speaking for the Black community. Like, I believe that's a poisonous mindset, because at the end of the day, this is the reason why marriage is a great thing, is because you're bringing both resources to the table.
Yeah, fact.
Now, if you got
100%.
that parasite mindset, like, oh, I'm just here, basically, yours is mine, and mine's is mine. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what you are is you're a benefactor. And what's going to happen is she's going to leave.
But what's the role of a man? What is it?
A role is to be the head of household.
Correct.
Regardless of what's
the head of household?
Protect.
What's the head of
provide
household?
and protect.
What's providing?
Provide and protecting.
So look, everything has got to win.
Yeah.
Love, emotion.
No. You gotta. You can't just be a provider.
You just said money can't buy your love. I disagree. Money could buy your life, my friend. Money could buy anything in this world.
Listen,
I don't want my money to buy.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. When you young, money or love is its most purest, because it doesn't come with any expectation. As you get older, that you have an expectation. Like when you young, you just want a girl that she look good, you know what I mean? And you want to mac on her.
Big
When
shout
you
out
get
Michelle.
older,
Big house. Big shout out
I
my
know
dude,
me.
Jay. Mucho breach.
I know now any broad that come into my life, she gotta have a job.
Right.
She gotta be able to be support herself. Why? Because I'm not promised tomorrow. God forbid I drop dead. Yeah, I got a little insurance policy and stuff like that. But I gotta know you could take care of my seeds. You could take care of
Let me ask
yourself.
you,
If you
got
just
money,
depending
let me
on
ask you a
me,
question. Let me ask you a question.
it's
If you
cooked.
got money, you could make anybody love you if you got money.
Nah, they don't love you.
They don't love you.
They don't love you. They love what you do for them.
That's
And
No, that's
nah,
love.
you want to know why it's not
Yeah,
love?
Blanco, you
You want to know
talking
why it's not love? Because this is what I found out. I mean, through my little travels on this earth, is when you provide something for somebody, right? You never really know how they fuck with you, right? But when you take away that or that get taken
You
away,
see that.
then you see their
But
real
it's-
character.
No, I'm saying if
see
you
the
got
real
an abundance
truth.
of money, they will always.
But it's okay. But
If you got enough money, they will always.
But
say,
Wait,
listen,
hold up, y'all. Pause 1 second. Pause one
Rich-
second, bro. Let me just get to this clip.
Rich men don't fight
Because I
wars.
know this is a conversation
You have a
that we
point.
could go into.
There's
Poor-
men, right?
Let's see.
Poor people fight
Me
wars. You know
personally,
what?
I think
There's people right now going to fight a war. They don't even know what they're going to fight.
that's true.
because they've been
That's
taken
their
advantage.
job.
Okay, but they've been taken advantage of.
Yeah.
That's,
But wait, wait. This is. I
that's
think
what we talking about.
it's specifically in this clip. I think that these women specifically gonna reveal some things. I haven't watched it, but based upon what John said, what Jay said,
Right.
I think that they basically gonna reveal.
They're gonna show their hand.
They're gonna show their hand. So let's go.
Go ahead. Most men that I speak to, they want to provide in that way.
Yes, man. Of course.
You know what I'm
we
saying? And we want to live up to that role that women would love to say, like, we want you to be that provider. That just seems like you
don't care.
not that you don't care, you just don't have any aspirations to be that in the household. And I think anybody should be scared of that.
It's a red flag.
It's a red flag. It's a red flag for any man to want to just do the bare minimum to keep their house afloat. Like I want to do more than the normal. I want to do more. I don't want to outdo my wife, but I want to do enough to where if something happens with her, all this is covered no matter what. I don't want to have to rely on my wife to keep this afloat.
Based off of the fact that he mentioned resentment, it seems like maybe he already.
No, she did.
She did.
Yeah,
No,
but
that
she's
was
saying that was his excuse.
she's
That was
saying
Oh, you don't want to build a resentment,
So that must mean that he may have already felt that in the past.
like being used or something.
Yeah, so he's probably like being more cautious.
That's fair.
You know, because I feel like that's the only time I hear a man.
Everybody's saying my screen is too small. I guess after the clip, Jacob, after the video clip plays, we'll bring the screen back to normal size. Sorry, pardon me, y'all.
And say that.
That's very possible. I didn't consider that.
Put it like this.
And then what if that's true? What if something happens to him?
Listen.
Listen,
they're both in love.
Listen, I've been wanting to say something.
I don't like conditional.
Can she do more to make more money? Is there? Can she do anything else to make more in love with each other? Right.
I feel like that's the only time I hear a man say that.
That's very possible. I didn't consider that.
Put it like this: they're both in love with each other, right?
I don't like conditional.
Can she do more to make more money? Is there? Can she do anything else to make more income?
Maybe.
It is a possibility.
For sure.
Have that conversation, and I'm not saying teachers are bad or anything like that. I'm saying just have that conversation, because like you said, he's trying to protect himself, and maybe he sees her at her cap, her limit. Listen, this is all that you're going to be able to contribute, and I've been burned like this before. I'm just trying to protect myself.
I feel like that's the only way that would be considerate.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like if someone's been hurt before and that's the way that they're moving for that reason, that makes sense.
All right, Aaron, go ahead.
So I actually like Alan's proposal of everybody choosing to live at the $60,000 cap. Because if I make 60, that means we need to live in a city, state, whatever, where I can flourish at 60. So maybe I need to be in one of the maybe top 20. Oh,
really?
Connecticut.
We definitely going to Dallas or Houston or Austin.
No, maybe you can't get no in Houston, Dallas, Austin. Are you crazy? The median home price in Austin like 3 years ago was $500,000. Yeah, literally. Like people think that. So I think if you move from maybe New York,
it depends on where you live. For sure.
If you maybe move from New York, DC, Cali, and I won't even say.
All right, they dragging it.
No, listen.
Go ahead. Y'all go.
You know why
After that, I
appreciate
gotta
that
say
sister's
something.
mindset because she's saying based on how much money I make, we gotta basically strategically plan where we live in which the money is gonna go further. Right? A lot of the times when you look at like geographically where we live, like some of these women, they want pocketbooks like 5 racks, 6 racks.
Hello?
Like that's 2 months of rent.
Hello?
The average monthly rent.
5 racks, even
you know what I mean?
Even $400
on
a bag.
So the reality is the reason why I point that out is their expectation does not meet the reality of what their income is. It's sort of like when my uncle said, like, you can't have champagne taste with Kool-Aid pockets.
Facts.
But a lot of this is what we dealing with, though. And a lot of the times, let's be honest, us as men, dudes are put on the front, they be on the gram, they be doing this, they be doing that. And women do it too, right? They go take pictures, cutting their cars, they ain't their cars, they pull out money that ain't really their money, or they got a one-shot deal type of thing, right? And correct,
Keeping
right?
up with the Joneses.
And they do that, right, to attract the women. But the sad thing is the woman that you're gonna attract is the ones that covet that type of thing. If you want a woman that's gonna pour life into you, speak life into you, right? That is a godly feminine woman, right? She's not gonna be attracted by those type of things. So I look at it and I say, wow, like in order for the average person, even if you're not looking at it from a spiritual perspective or an intelligent perspective, like let's bring it back to the basics. You got to be evenly yoked with a woman. Like if regardless to what, if you on 2 different paths, if you a spender and she's a saver, or you a saver and she's a spender, it's like you're bound to fail. So you gotta be you gotta have one accord for a woman.
Let me ask you something, John. Let me ask you something. What do you think about, right, if your woman and I'll ask you too, Blocker, and everybody on the panel, what do you think about if your wife works, right? She makes 60,000, like him, like let's say that situation was 60,000 and he makes 180,000, right? What do you think will happen if he says, give me all of your money?
I'm being honest with you, brother. If
would it be wrong?
No, because this is the thing though, right? If I told my woman, give me all the money, because remember, when we came together, we are one. We are a new being. We move as one. If I was to ever ask my wife for everything she had, it would have to be something that's going to benefit us as a whole.
Definitely.
Right?
Because you had a household,
correct.
so you're going to pay all the bills. Do you think that's wrong?
I
disagree. All the bills?
I disagree.
You disagree?
Big time.
I mean, in my house, my woman money's for vacation. Big time.
But that's for y'all. You saying the same thing.
That's y'all.
You benefiting off that.
Yeah.
And this is what I have to say when it comes to that, right? And because it comes to the definition of it traditionally, the way you say it, right? Traditionally, right? Traditionally, also men do not check on a woman's finance. I'm coming.
That's not true, bro.
I'm coming. All
right, he gonna land. Go ahead.
Because it depends listen. It depends of. I grew up in a society where I'm just talking about my family. My grandfather, right, because the definition of love, we say, because he make emphasis. The brother here, Jay, put an emphasis on love, right? So my question to you is, before I answer this, right? Why you think the responsibility, and Black asking about the responsibility, how do you think the responsibility on men in a woman's life is?
To be honest with you, I look at it like we lay forth, which is you are a protector, a provider, right?
You the head.
You the head of the household, right? But when you look at it from a traditional perspective, when a woman got married, her father had to pay the husband to take her. No. Hold on. Walk with me. Follow what I'm saying, right? So what I'm saying to you, there is certain things that we follow now that necessarily we don't follow from then, right? But the thing about it is you got to adapt. The same way you're not going to a female's father and say, listen, pay me for your daughter. It's the same way as if we both making $20,000 and you expecting me to pay for everything. That's not feasible. That's not feasible or translatable to the economical or financial times that we live in. So any smart-minded individual or individuals is going to say, listen, how we going to pool our resources together so we can get further together? Yeah, and this is the crap. And this is why black people don't get further in this country. And this is why the immigrants come over here and they look at the immigrants like the immigrants is the enemy. When they pool all their resources together and be like 15 people in the house. No, hold on. Walk with me. Let me finish. Let me finish. So when you think about it, the reality is because we keep using traditional and coming together and we keep parting it. But the Bible, the scriptures do not separate. Hold on. The scriptures do not separate a woman from the struggle. The women that didn't work when it was very traditional was women who were married to rich men. When you look at the slaves, the slave women, they were working.
That's exactly where I was going.
They was not in the house.
Our black men this day fail to make income. That's what Black I was saying. If you become a rich man now, then the wife not working and not asking anything from her will not be a problem. You do that because black men fell about the finance. Listen, I'm going to tell him my perfect example.
Is my screen better now?
And listen, and shout out to my girl out here. But I'm just saying, I never did any woman I require anything from her, and that challenged my own finance. I'm going to tell you, I will take that. I knew already as a man, I on that position where I would take care of everything about my woman. The only thing I require on a woman was respect.
Sorry to cut you off 1 second.
I already live like that.
Alan, sorry to cut you off.
Okay, go ahead.
Smile.
Right.
Smile. Smile. The help. Oh, smile. It help. Oh, smile. It helps. 3708 says, they do that where I live. My whole family contribute to the common goal. All right, go ahead.
Now listen.
I respect that.
Big shout out to you.
I respect that. And it's nothing wrong with that. That would really help the men. But I'm just gonna tell you, the society has reshaped the way men think these days, right? The only reason we're complaining, right? Because most black people are not big earner. Once a black man become a big earner, he will not even worry about what a woman does. Yeah. He will take care of everything and add even to what she already got.
But can I say something to you though, brother?
Yes.
And I think this is the part that, from a cultural perspective, it matters. Like you speaking about how you was taught, right? When you look at, listen to this. When you look at African Americans, the government for a lot of the times, through their policies, has removed the black male from the family and told a black woman she was better on her own.
That's why.
Right?
So that's why we have the conversation.
100%.
That's why we have that 50.
So what I'm saying,
because the government created railways.
So what I'm saying, it was all about destroying the black family, not having unity. So what I'm saying is for everybody that I know that grew up in the struggle, that grew up in the projects, or even grew up in a house and see their mom struggle, right? They seen their father struggle, right? That came from single household, right? There is no way that I would make a logical argument against two people coming together, pooling their resources together to make a better way for themselves collectively as a family unit. The thing about it is that we have these stereotypical, not traditional, but we have these stereotypical roles in which society deems, okay, well, this is what a man should ought to be. When you look at how this society has deemed and has systematically gone after the black family, what you're talking about is more applicable to other ethnicities. When I look at the projects and I look at the single mothers in the projects, those fathers there pulling their resources together, whether the mother got the food stamps and they going out to work and they pulling their money together, they better off together. These people that's talking, right? And I think Sazor know the statistics better than me. If you're making $60,000, you're making $90,000, safe to say, from a regional area or regional demographic, you might be like, well, that's not a lot of money. But if you take that and you zoom out on a micro level, that's a lot of bread compared to the rest of the world.
I think what the problem we facing right now, the black man, what the problem is, you putting too much pressure on your woman. You putting too much pressure on the black woman. That's what it is. The black woman is confused.
By whom?
They don't know
who confused her. Who confused her?
Extreme.
That's what I'm saying.
Who?
We have to take
Who's
responsibility.
we?
The black man.
So you okay? So the thing about it is if you look at,
let's look at an Indian man. He drive a cab. And
correct,
and his woman in check.
Okay.
What
See,
you
my
mean by
thing
check
is,
though? What you mean by check? Because who you checking? Not you.
Indian man.
I know I'm not saying you specifically black.
Indian
I'm
man.
saying
Indian man
like
will
you
drive a
can't
cab. His
check
woman,
no black woman like
no,
that.
that's what I'm saying. And the reason why, because we put too much pressure on them. We really tell them like, yo, bro, you gotta really come up with money. You gotta really come up with.
Not us. Not,
See,
no. I don't think that message came from black men.
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's
that
not.
message did not come from.
That's from society. That's from society.
Right now,
that's from society.
From him.
Why it is?
No.
He given.
That's
he
not
given,
what I'm saying.
So it come to what I just said. The black man is defeated.
Listen, the black man.
We defeated.
The black man. You should give your woman a choice when it comes to finances. She don't have no choice. She work because she wants to. We live in a modern society. You want to go to work, you go to work.
Black, money, you say that,
but your money
rich,
don't
man.
matter. No,
you
I'm
say
not.
that because you got
I go
bread.
to work every day, bro. I go to work every day.
You rich,
and
though.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
All right.
My woman made me. You know, I used to work for Cipher.
No, don't.
Now,
don't
now
I
listen.
used to work for this guy.
Now listen. Now listen.
No, you're black.
Look. This is
not gonna.
Listen.
This
This is how we're gonna. This is how we're gonna. This is how we're gonna literally put things in perspective, right? I understand that you're talking from your life experiences, right? Just like we all are, right?
Right. That's
but a lot of the times our life experiences is not transferable to other people because that's not their life experience. And the reality is yes, I get what you're saying, right? And let's keep it a way 100 because I think a part of what you're saying, you're not really, you keeping it 100, but you're not keeping it a buck. Now I'm gonna tell you why. No. Brother, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, right? Because most men that got a lot of money, they only don't got one woman.
That's another thing.
So let's stop this is just traditional and you just got that one woman. When men get options and they get up there and they get into the bag the way you talking about, it's way more than one woman. They not just coming home to that one woman. You using a poor man. You said like you said like the Indian guy. That Indian guy, he got one wife. Now you take that same Indian guy and you put him in a $5 million tax bracket. I guarantee you, there's a lot more red dots around. Like don't like you not.
Shout out
bro.
to the red dots, man. Shout out to the
no.
What is it?
Like keep it in the buck, son.
That's what we say. Black men get money and they're not disciplined. For example, Diddy. You got all that money and that's what you do.
Nah, that's a special.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't use him. See, you use.
No. Black
that's
man.
Immoral. That's immoral. If you have
on every level.
Is immoral.
Diddy's the no-fly zone.
No, I'm not saying specifically just Diddy. Like you,
money.
You're right, Black. I do believe if you have the more money you have, you should be more disciplined because. If you, it doesn't
discipline by what? What do you mean?
What you saying, John? I understand that too, but this is the problem I have with Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace. Right? You saying that with more money comes more options? No. If you marry, you're in a committed relationship. You have a wife. The more money you should make, it should be taking care of your family and taking care of those. But you shouldn't have. Doesn't mean
you shouldn't want to have more women because you have more money.
No, listen.
But then, Blacker, you can't say
you're making
Black. You can't turn around and say that money buys love.
That's what I'm saying.
Now listen,
that's a contradiction.
I'm trying to tell you, love don't exist.
That's a contradiction.
Now, because because in the essence, let's dummy it down to the to the most commonest point. What you're saying is woman is attracted to men that have resources because you could be a great provider.
Been like that.
Right? It's always been like that. And men who has more resources always had more women.
They had more options.
That's a fact.
Yeah, they had more options.
Come on, if you want to go back to the Bible days and King Solomon had 700 wives and you know what I mean? Come on,
that's options.
like listen,
that
and you want to know what though?
It's immoral.
And you want to know what though?
It's immoral.
That now,
but that's not
I'm glad
goes against the
Sazo,
word.
I'm glad you brung that. I'm glad you brung that into play because now you're coming from a morality perspective
This is the
of what's
conservative
right.
cipher.
Now listen, what's right and what's wrong, right? So if you're looking at it from a morality perspective, right? the woman that you choose should be morally obligated to see her family do better than what she was by herself. It shouldn't be a question of well, my husband got less than me, or my husband got more than me. No, it should be, what are we gonna do together to make sure that the seeds we brung in is gonna do better than what we did? And that's the thing that get lost. And that's the sad thing. That's why I like being around my brothers that come from a different, we Africans, but culturally that y'all come from the motherland because y'all have a different perspective, right? And when you come over here, you get to see it, operate. Okay. And a lot of the times, it's not to say that African Americans don't value family. You just got to understand from a systematic perspective,
John,
it's a different thing.
And I get that, and you know, I think that's why we primarily speaking this much differently. Okay, I'm just telling you a scenario that I seen in my lifetime when I was growing my grandfather. Right, my grandfather got a brother, and when his brother died, his older brother, and then his wife was donated. No, his wife was obligated to marry him, my grandfather.
That's culture.
And he accept that responsibility from the back, but not asking. And all his wife, he got 3 wives, and then none his wife he ever asked shit to her. He accept this. Could he be able to take care of 3 wives? He couldn't, right? But he understood that tradition. That's it. You're a man, you take it, and you take that, you take a view, right? And elevate his income. Because now we know that I used to have 2 wives and take care of them, right? Now I have 3 wives, I need to do something else, right? Correct. So you gotta adapt another job, you gotta do something to take care of this wife. I think men today's just fail to think like that because they're like, oh, you know, she gonna bring also 50.
Can I say something?
I never did any woman thinking she gonna bring anything to me but respect and love.
All right.
For me, men talking about love is crazy. You know, I love love is different for the way men see it, and the different from the way women see it.
What is love? What is love? Let me just say this. What you saying? Let me say what you.
Love for me is the care I show to the woman I chose to be with me and my children. That's my love as a man.
Let me say this.
Can we go around a panel with that though?
All right. Well, hold up.
With the definition of love.
Can I speak? Hold up.
Yeah.
One second, y'all. Now, as far as what you just said about your grandfather, right?
Right.
When his brother passed, he had to take his.
He stayed in the family. Yes.
He had to take his deceased.
Yes.
He had to take his your brother's wife under him, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's tradition.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it will be different, and that's the tradition, and that's the culture in that community, right?
No, but what I was just trying to say this. No, I was just trying to say that to explain something to you.
No, I
that
understand.
men
You can't
taking that load
No,
without complaining.
Wait,
Why
hold
is it
on.
men today complain
Let me
about
say-
everything?
Alan, let me say something. Can I say
that's
something?
what I was saying.
It's not. Listen, I'm just
Okay, go
saying.
ahead, go ahead.
I can guarantee. I can kind of sense that culture and that tribe. I can kind of guarantee what that woman was, right? That what role that woman played in that culture, in that tribe.
Right.
You can't apply that culture to New York City.
Nothing is different, brother.
It is completely different, bro. You talk about.
You come to my point.
We talking about. Listen, if that woman, let me ask you, if that woman was making that his wife, right?
So
if that woman was making
right
$1 million a year,
right?
It's his money, right or wrong?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna take. Let me ask you a question. In that culture, when the women work, what do? They work. They bring their money home to who?
Okay, so
husband.
Sazo, we're still failing on understanding how the society works, and it only
That's how society works.
listen. It's only happening in the black community.
It's
I'm going to tell you. Let me finish. Let me tell you. It only happen in black
in America. No,
it's not. Listen.
No.
So listen.
Listen.
No, can I actually we got to put some parameters up, right?
Okay.
Because I think we're speaking very homogenously.
Right.
Well, Alan, you is.
Right.
You think poor white people that's in the trailer park is talking that? Like this is only us that we the man only brings things in. No, people gotta pull their poor people. Hold on, listen. Poor people.
That's why I was coming. And
have to pull their resources together,
That's why I was coming. And
you gotta pull it together.
That's what I was coming, and you didn't let me
to get
finish.
more.
You didn't let me finish, right? Just let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
So the way the society work, the way the white people society work,
Mm-hmm.
it always been working like that for them, right? So when you see the methodology and when you see how princess and king work, they marry each other, because if you see my money going low, you're gonna marry this guy daughter because they're up now.
Wait, hold
That's
on.
how white
Pardon me, y'all.
they
Wait,
do that.
One
So
second,
we
y'all. One second,
embrace
y'all.
it.
One second.
We
Emily J from New NYCSI. Oh, she from Staten Island. Emily, hey, big shout out to you. I agree too much on a black woman. White men do ask for 50-50.
Okay, so yo, listen.
I don't know what it meant.
So,
Listen. Shout out to M. You know. Remember Jay said in the
and
song.
This the problem. And this the problem.
I don't know what it meant. The Tompkins. The niggas is foul just like us.
All why we're sitting here is black men. So black men fail to understand the way we used to live. Bro, if you asking, I'm telling you, that's why we don't understand our women. If you asking too much for your woman, like Black I say, you destroying the whole system.
That's not no.
Dude.
Let's bring it back, right? Because I don't know what was said before I came into the cipher, right?
Right.
I understand what you're saying as if you want your woman to be feminine and you want her to operate in her femininity, you got to basically be able to provide a safe space for her. That safe space normally would not only be financial, right? It also has to be emotional and intellectually, because a lot of dumb niggas run around talking about they providing and then they wife be go get fucked by the mailman nigga. And they thinking, well, yo, listen, I'm that nigga because I'm providing this another nigga, like Tom Brady. He was the pinnacle of an athlete, and his wife was getting cracked off by the trainer,
the personal trainer.
Come on, so what I'm saying, no. Follow me. So
why is she an example?
So listen,
wait.
Why is she an example?
Why is it an example?
Wait, hold on. Pause, y'all.
That's not an example.
One second. Pause. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I'm gonna bring the video back. You didn't see the video, did you, John?
Yeah.
You seen the video?
Yeah, I seen it to a certain point. Not from the beginning.
I'll bring it back. Let me bring the story back for the new joiners, because we have some new joiners that just joined the live, and they are watching. So we're talking in reference to this video here. All right. So let me add that to the stage. Give me 1 second. I'll run it back for you guys. This is it.
All right. Hi, Amanda. I'm 34 years old and a teacher earning about $60,000 a year. My boyfriend of 2 years earns roughly 3 times what I do. We recently decided to move in together, but before doing so, we sat down to discuss finances and how expenses would be divided. He believes we should split everything evenly, 50-50. I don't feel that's fair given the significant difference in our incomes. My suggestion was that he cover rent and utilities while I handle groceries, dining out, and other shared expenses. He disagrees. His reasoning is that we're both adults and that splitting things evenly avoids feelings of resentment or one person feeling like a burden. Up until now, money has never been an issue between us. We're both responsible with our spending. He usually pays when we go out to dinner and has always been generous with gifts for birthdays and anniversaries. We have a good relationship, have met each other's families, and have talked about marriage and the future. However, this disagreement has made me pause. I'm starting to wonder what happens down the line if we have children, especially if I become financially reliant on him for a period of time. Will this same mindset apply? Am I overthinking this, or is this a red flag? It doesn't sit right with me that someone who earns so much more expects an equal split.
I understand her perspective, man. Okay. Listen, I understand my brother's perspective when they say we need to be providers. We putting a lot of pressure on a woman. Only thing I would ask, if I was that man in her position, what I would tell her is, listen, the reality is the resources that we're not using, it have to be strategically be using to benefit us as a whole.
100%.
You want to, you're saying that it's my role to be a provider, right? It's my as a provider and a leader, right? Because you're saying it can't be just one way, right? A leader is a leader in all aspects. So financially, I'm telling you, as the leader of our relationship, we need to pull those resources together. We need to put that in a Roth IRA account. We need to put that into CDs. We need to flip that into some Airbnb business. We need to be doing something to further us as a whole.
Yeah.
Right? It can't be, well, the extra money that I got is just for hair and nails when I want to. Nah, that's lunacy. Right? And if you, for me personally, if I encounter that kind of mentality, then I know personally for me, that woman is not the woman for me. I need a woman that's evenly yoked with my mentality about us getting ahead. It doesn't mean I want to take her out of her femininity and have her place her in a masculine role. Then all of a sudden she's pulling all the weight. No, I'm the man, I'm the head of the household, but also we are 50-50, right? God made the man the head of the household, the head of the family, but the woman is still equal to the man in the sense that part of the nuclear family.
Yeah.
So if
Facts.
I encounter a woman like that, it's you. Oh, you just now. I gotta pause because if I was ever relying on you, no. So you saying that you want to put your expectations on me and my finances, but if I have expectations for your finances, all of a sudden you need to pause and reevaluate your relationship with me. You to me personally, you
That's how
telling
I
me
feel
how
too,
you
like-
think.
Can I ask a question?
Sure, go ahead.
So, John, specifically to Jay, right? What makes you what makes you the head of the family?
What makes me the head of the family
God.
Please
is
define that.
my personal belief system, which is I believe in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and God made man first and made the woman out of the womb of a man.
Right.
Now, if you come from a modern perspective and you don't believe in God and all that, that's all fine. That's not, I'm not here to debate that.
Right.
I believe in a higher power. I believe in my Lord and Savior. So God made me the head of the house, right?
Okay.
Even when you look at Muslim marriages, right? And they take on multiple wives, right? Because I have Muslims in my family. A Muslim man can't take on more wives and treat any of the wives different.
Yeah.
They all got to be treated the same.
Correct.
So the reality is it's not about taking on more than a person could take on or using it as a manipulation tactic to extract as much value as you can. I think the thing, the sticking point for me is when you have traditional or you have modern women that's using traditional values, right, in order for men to be their benefactors, but they don't know how to be a traditional woman. Right. And I was always told, and I think a wise man told me this: if you want to know how your wife would treat you, go look at how she treats her father. Because if she was never submissive to her father, she would never be submissive to you. It doesn't matter how much you provide for her and all of that. That don't matter.
That's the point of all
you know
the
what?
conversation I'm having right
That's
now.
subjective. Because what if a photo was that?
Yeah.
No, that's assuming that he was. Even if he was an asshole,
okay,
that's how you still gotta be submissive.
This is my whole point.
I'm glad you said that because the Bible don't say respect your parent only if they were good to you. You know what I mean? The Bible said respect your parent regardless. Regardless if your parent was a dirtbag, you know what I mean? Or your parent.
But that's why the Bible is a story, bro.
Nah, but that's your opinion, not me. The Bible is literally.
That's why your Bible is allegorical. Because look at the Bible tell you.
I'm not gonna argue that point. That's a rabbit hole.
Jay, this is my whole point about that, right? Why the woman is submissive for? Because and I want men to answer this.
Okay,
what the woman is submitting for?
Okay.
Because
so,
the last okay, let me tell you before you say this.
So
this is okay. Go ahead. What's the
point by
for?
point? When I say submissive is you understanding your role inside of the family as it relates to you are 50-50, but when it comes down to making decisions, right? You're supposed to follow your husband. But if you flip it and you look at the scripture says men are to leave their homes and cleave to their wife, and wives are to cleave to their husbands. So when you think about it, God didn't say that to make a man feel bigger than in order to manipulate or basically disrespect or use their woman, right? It's a different correct. It's a different role, but both roles work together, right? The sum of the part is never greater than the whole, and that's the part that we keep losing. Right? For all of us that's 80s babies, right? When we watch Voltron, right? I liked the black lion, right? You had the black lion, the green lion, the yellow lion, the pink lion, right? But when they formed, they was better together than they was separate. That's how the family go. So if your wife is about you about your wife, what are we really talking about? This is modern garbage.
That's the question. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I like what the brother say here. I'm gonna say this, and I said it out to the core, right? To the core. A man should never look at any of a woman's finance if it only to add up to what you already got going on. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. It's been proven that men leave this earth before the woman. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna tell you why I'm acting the way I'm, because a smarter man told me also, make sure your wife is always good, because you know, woman, traditional woman, the way we talk about, the woman you already check and you say she's for me. Women got save money way more than men. Way more than men. The fact that I know, 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 of course, she doesn't need to pay anything, because when I'm gonna leave this,
why wouldn't she say
when
more?
I'm gonna leave this earth, when I'm gonna leave this earth, I have all these children that I create that wear my name. That's why the woman lost her name when she get married. I don't think you guys don't understand.
I think
the
right
woman,
now you're going off for ego right now.
It's not ego,
I
bro.
think it's ego.
I understand why the woman lose. I understand
think
the
it's
role.
ego.
I understand my role as a man, and I think I understand what the role of woman
But
is
you
supposed
can't.
to be.
Well, how you gonna say your man?
I would never look at woman finance. Tell me, I will never look at woman.
Your manhood is based upon how much you spend. Your manhood, what you're saying is basically your manhood depends on how much money you spend.
Yeah, how much money you got if you don't got no money?
No,
If
what
you
if
ain't
you
got
got
no
no money?
money,
You ain't no man.
you're no man.
If you ain't got no money, you
if
ain't no
that's the
man.
case, if what he's saying,
Wow.
if what he's saying is factual, no, but let's be statistics into this, right? If what he was saying was factual, why, when you go back in time when people were more poorer, there were more families together and they had less?
Facts.
Exactly. Come on, bro, that don't add up.
Because it's still
when you go back,
even though we're
That's a
poorer,
fact.
what time you go back to, like a
Yeah.
The 60s.
No,
The 60s.
100 years ago.
The 60s.
70 years, 50 years ago.
The
Let's go 50 years ago.
70s. Like,
The
not
money-
that far back.
because that
You know,
rule I
wait,
talk
let me
about.
say
you
this.
know
Let
why
me say
families
this.
stay
Hello?
together? Because the man, the
Let me
little the man had,
Yo,
he took care of the woman. He took care of
Sick
the
of the
woman.
woman.
He did.
And
Yeah,
that's
of
why we
course.
stay
Listen,
together.
It was one.
We
household
only
income.
lost our women when we tell our women we need to go 50-50.
No,
Before when we took care of
Non-Cipher.
women,
Listen.
Non-Cipher.
Wait,
This is the conservative cipher. Non-Cipher. Non-Cipher. This is the conservative
Wait, let me
cipher.
say this.
Non-Cipher.
Let me say this.
Black
Hold
men
up.
did not lose their women
Hold
when they
up,
said
John.
50-50.
Hold up, John. Let me explain this. First of all, the reason why this all happened because of feminism. They wanted to work. They wasn't working before. Well, black women.
And feminism was for white women,
right?
for the record.
Black
Feminism,
women. All right, let me just say
feminism
this.
was
Hold
for the
up,
white
John.
women.
Hold up,
You know what I
John,
mean?
right?
It wasn't for black
Let
women.
me just say this, right? So women chose to work, chose to participate in the workforce, right? Because they feel like
I don't think
women
they chose.
suffrage.
I don't think
They
listen,
chose, bro.
listen.
They had
Let's look at the history of the black men. I'm saying,
hold up, Black.
half our
I'm
men
just saying this is
in
facts.
prison.
This is facts, right? Women's suffrage was about
White women.
Survival
was about
survival.
White
no,
women,
not survival.
white women, white
listen, hold
women
up.
seen black men.
Before women suffer, wait, John. Before women's suffrage, right? Women were surviving just fine as stay-at-home mothers, right? They worked. Men worked, and the house was able to operate off of one income.
Yes. Like
They was able to operate. They was able to take care of a big mama, grandma, mama.
So why you think the women join the workforce? Why you think the women join the workforce?
I'm telling you. Wait, let me tell you. I'll get into it
Because we fell.
because of
the black man was absent, Joe.
Yo, wait, hold up, y'all.
Black men absent.
Black man
Hold
was
on, right?
Our black
The
parents did
one
what they had to
income,
do.
the one income working at the factory. Wait, the one income working at the factory. Men were working at the factory, and they was able to take care of the whole household.
Yeah.
Women's suffrage
became when the men start doing drugs and selling drugs and go to prison. What? All our black men. Listen, we got 500,000 black men in prison.
Sad. But the point.
That's what we go through.
Let me just land. Can I just land? And then y'all gonna go off again.
Go ahead.
So, right? They wanted to work. The government was like, sure, that's more taxable income, right? They started working. Now that's double the income. That's double the taxes, right? So now you're in a situation where two women marry each other.
Yo, now Saz, let's keep it a buck. No, Saz, let's keep it a buck. Let's bring this into historical perspective, right? No, listen to this. Listen to this.
What?
Let's put this into perspective, man. Like, cause there's a lot of like I like to deal with facts, right? When you look at the women's suffrage, right? And you look at Susan B. Anthony, right? And you look at women's rights, white women's rights, right? What they were fighting for, it was because of the fact that they felt like you're gonna give black men, niggers, the right to vote before we get the right to vote. And they started their own movement to gain political power. That then feminism had nothing to do with black women. If you look at the first wave, if you look at the second wave, and you look at when black women got brung in, right? So the mindset that feminism has adopted and black women have adopted has been a detriment to their own survival and the perpetuation of their own race.
You don't think?
No. Let me land. They literally, it has been a detriment, right? Because at the end of the day, if the white woman feels like, listen, I don't want to listen to my white man, I want to go out and I want to procreate or I don't want to procreate and right. Listen, but let's deal with numbers, right?
Yeah.
They still are demographically, number-wise, more of a population than black people, right? If a black woman does that, and then you got all the alternative lifestyles, right? That is a detriment to us, B. That is not perpetuating or literally us going into the future. That actually takes away from us. So when you look at systematically, when you look at J. Edgar Hoover, right? You look at Fred Hampton, right? Okay. You look at these individuals.
Let's stay right there. J. Edgar Hoover.
What did he do? What did he do to the black
He
family?
gave you guys drugs and you sell it and you destroyed Harlem. You destroyed America. You sold crack to your mama, your sister, and your dad.
All right.
Wait. Right now.
But you're changing. Yo, listen.
Right now, 1 million black men is in jail.
Hold on, y'all.
Hold on. Pro.
Wait.
1 million men is in jail.
Wait, hold on, y'all.
Our women had no choice to go to work.
Give me 1 second.
They had to go to work, bro.
On that note, we're gonna bring this show. On that note, we're gonna
take a break.
Hello.
The black men. The black men. The black men.
On that note, we're bringing the show
money
to an end.
Yeah, we gotta bring
Drugs
it
was the fastest way.
Again, we'll be here next week Saturday.
New episode.
This is
dropping.
the new episode, new podcast live. It's gonna get even more crazy and more intense.
Yo,
facts.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. This Conservative Cipher, and we out, man.
We out.
Peace.
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 John, you gotta come for every fun.